Welcome to Perpetual Players. I'm your GM, Christian. The cast for this campaign consists of Lyra Snook as Kaylin Ayla, Katarina as Aya Swiftsail, and Grant Madison Stanton as Deacon Edicus. If you like what we do, please remember to subscribe on Twitch and YouTube. You can also follow our socials by clicking the link in the video's description, or if you're watching live on Twitch, by clicking in our bio. This episode sees the Menagerie of Fate pulled to the crown jewel of a terrifying dark empire, brought in deep to track down old friends and make good on some unsavory business deals. Will the Menagerie of Fate be able to navigate the horrors that await them in the dead center of the Deep Folk Empire? There's only one way to find out. Let's get moving.
So, beginning now, when last we left off, you were in the middle of a pit that used to be a house with a newly born entity, shall we call her that, who has chosen the name Sweetie, along with Tertia, the Skeltari explorer.
Hot.
And when last we left off, your animals were around the rim of the pit, all three of them, standing around waiting for you as you rest there. And for the sake of expedience, I'm going to say Tertia has already bid her fond adieu to you and climbed out of the pit and started walking back down with the call her mutilated body of Lilia. She's alive, but if we forget, Deacon fused her mouth shut. And so we begin now in the middle of the pit as your animals are on the rim of the pit looking down on all of you. Horse does like a, or horse does like
no,
a.
I asked him if he
Oh,
to be called Boris.
Okay, we did establish that. Boris gives a little girl waves a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, yes, Kaylin.
Mm-hmm.
You have good relationships with them.
I don't know why we wouldn't. I mean, he's friendly. I don't spend any time with him outside of this.
Have yours spoke to you?
Just gurs,
Spoke?
few knocks.
Little girl.
Do you think they have the ability to speak at all?
No, he's a horse.
I think
Mine's
if
a
any
goat,
of them,
but
if
Does
any
it
of them did,
speak?
maybe
it's
mine.
a little bit more than just a goat. It has blood in its mouth and giant satanic ritual runes all over its body.
I don't know if I've ever taken note of this. If I look at him, do I see that?
No, at Goat or at Boris?
Mm-hmm.
At Goat? Oh yeah, he's very clearly demonic.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's got glowing red eyes, spooky little horns. At this point, the animals all start. Oh, actually no. Boris stays where he is. Little girl starts gingerly like climbing her way down with like a deftness of like a bouldering athlete, while Goat starts walking down at a perfect vertical 90-degree descent, or I guess 180. Perfect descent down. Boris does not move, but you take your eyes off of him to look,
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna turn around and then come back.
and he is right there.
Yeah.
Goat,
Comes down
Can you-
straight.
can you speak words, actual words?
This is such a good bit.
Well, I want you to know that what you did in the Ep9 was not acceptable, and that will not be happening again. Do you understand me? I don't think he's listening to me. And I look over at Kaylin and AS.
I don't think that it's your call.
I don't know if it can speak.
Well, surely I am more powerful than this stupid beast, and I slap it on its, like, snout.
Give me a might roll, please.
I hide Bors's eyes.
Hey, that's pretty good, 30. That's a success.
All right, let me roll for.
It's a moss of 4.
Let me roll for.
Wait, do I have counters? I don't remember.
Let me roll
no.
for
No,
goat.
right?
Oh!
Yeah.
I don't know if I
Moss of
healed.
4.
Goat just kind of like whoop as you go to smack him. He just like jumps to the side. Maliciously.
Alright, well. Is there a name you'd like to be called, silly little beast?
It just starts. It bites the
Ask him if he'd like to be Derek.
It bites the hem of your Sticarian and starts walking you towards like a puddle of mud.
Bye, Derek.
I
Bye,
don't know if Derek wants to. Is Derek the name you want to go? And is that the name you'd like?
It just starts.
I don't even know why I'm asking you this silly fucking stupid animal. You are a
walks
barn animal.
into the. It drags your Sticarian in and you into
Bye,
the
Deacon.
puddle of mud.
Glad you found your clothes.
Yeah, it's pretty good you're not naked.
Thank you.
You step in as you step into the mud. You feel it go deeper and deeper and deeper, and then you pull through. Yet again, that sort of Aurora portal takes you away. Back in the pit.
Well,
we
that was gross.
little girl walks up to you. Actually, she has the bear. I don't feel like getting truffles. And offers a thumb.
We have to get truffles. Nope.
No, every time. Every time.
Nope.
It's a
Get
You
sin.
have
truffles.
to go get truffles.
It's a holiday.
This is
You have
laziness at its finest.
Just unprofessional.
be prepared.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Somebody get HR.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. HR.
I think I have to go, Ace. It was weird seeing you again, but pleasant. in a
It
weird
always
way.
is.
Take care of Sweetie.
Yeah.
Let me know how that goes, and I will see you, I'm sure, soon.
Sounds good.
She starts walking you towards the edge of the pit, not towards the mud puddle.
I'm
And
walking.
starts climbing and begins the process of climbing up again.
I'm just gonna... I'm just big stepping it up. I got a big old step.
I grow.
Can I
my
try to
legs.
lift her and, like, carry her up the pit?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So it's faster.
Yeah, it's like getting out of a pool for you, basically.
Yeah.
Of, like, you pull her up, and as soon as you plop her down, you realize you were on the grass of the glade.
Cue the wet Kaylin fan art.
Ew.
She's just hydrated.
The
Shaking her
montage.
vines.
Meanwhile, Bors and Aes, Bors walks over to Sweetie and starts like nuzzling her hand.
Sweetie, this is Bors. He's so good.
Oh, he's a small horse.
Yes. Baby horse, Bors.
Oh, hi, baby horse. And she holds out her hand, and he like licks her hand a little bit.
This is wonderful. Now we will hold hands and touch Bors.
Nothing happens.
She doesn't hold my hand?
Oh no, she holds your hand, and you touch Bors. Nothing happens.
Oh. Close your eyes.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Boris, where do you want to go?
He looks.
I turn around. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Maybe Boris is just tired of taking you places without being paid.
I don't think I have any.
Do you turn back around?
Yeah.
As you turn around, you find yourself in the captain's cabin of your ship.
There's no rules with you. And then he's nowhere in my room.
He's nowhere in your room. It's just you and Sweetie. No rules with who? The small horse?
I go to the port. I go to the porthole.
He's in his little dinghy.
Yeah, him. There's no rules with him. All right. Can I take Sweetie out and I guess introduce her to the ladies?
Sure.
Sure.
Do you want to do this in real time, or do you want to do this? How do you do you want to just hand wave it? It's your call.
I don't know. I would just kind of like walk out and say like, kind of get at least my main crew together.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, hey guys, I'm back. Hello, this is Sweetie.
Oh, hi.
Yeah. She has no memories. And we're gonna teach her a lot, and whatever she kind of clings to is what we're gonna get her good at.
Get her good at.
Good plan.
All these hardened naval veterans from multiple like wars and naval conflicts all just kind of stand around and look at her. Okay.
Yep. Women supporting women. That's what we do here.
They have no real compunctions about her. It's like you've already sold them on there is a tiny horse who takes me places. So
here's this girl wearing smoke.
Yeah, well, remember, it looks like just a black version of your outfit now.
Oh yeah.
So
Nice.
They just look at her and go, man, all right, boss is into some weird stuff again. And you know, you have that level of trust because you've been open with them for so long.
Right.
So, yeah, as long as Keynes takes her and starts showing her the literal ropes to get her acquainted with stuff, and it's a non-issue. This is something that is so normal for naval people of just like, here's a person who doesn't know jack about ships, but they happen to live on a coastline. You work for us now. So, yeah, this is a very just normal thing for Sweetie. We'll talk more about what Sweetie gets up to later.
Fabulous. Thank you.
What's Sweetie up to?
No.
That's the
Anyway.
song.
Really quickly, I forget how solving conditions works.
So
I currently have 4 separate types of conditions.
So for the most part, every time skip, your conditions walk down 2. If you want to spend some money or something, or find a healer during this phase, you could accelerate that walk down. But
I'm sorry. I yawned and I didn't hear a single thing.
So if you have a condition, it goes down 2 for
Nice.
this significant time skip. If you wanted to spend some money, find a healer, you could. But that would be something that you would have to sort of track down and pay for, and we can talk about payment depending on where you are.
And actual health?
And health resets.
Beautiful.
Health is back up when the session rolled over.
Same with string letters?
Yes. String letters, and because we're going into a time skip, your specialties reset, but so do your counters.
We can go ahead and do that now?
Yeah.
Yeah. 8.
So, as we're doing that, I'm going to take us to the glade real fast. As Kaylin arrives back in there, Mabel is sitting there. Oh, you're back. That's good. This letter came from you. It's from somebody named Dahlia.
Oh. Yes. I would love to read it.
So, You get a so you open up the letter, and it's written in like a very kind of scratchy hand, and it simply says, Galen, I need... Sorry, wait, I'm trying to pinpoint Dahlia's accent. Galen, I would like to meet with you. It's of the utmost importance that you contact me, that you track me down. My sources tell me you're already in Gelia, and I need to speak with you. You can find me at the... This is one of Kaylin's companions who she traveled with previously.
Okay.
Since you're already in Gelia, checking up on a business deal from 3 years ago, or was it 3 years ago? 4 years ago? Whatever. Checking up on a business deal from several years ago. This does work out, but it is a bit weird that she knew exactly where you were.
Yeah. This is the girl that I had when I met Aes?
Yes, correct. When you first met Aes in that tavern,
Yeah.
the politically neutral Gellian who really doesn't want any more fighting between the deep folk and her. And
If you're talking about that business deal, that was 5 years ago.
That was 5 years ago. Thank you. So, do you intend to follow up on that, Kaylin?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
leave that for now. We'll hop back to you in a second, and we head over to Deacon. You arrive to the Ep9 back in Bashar's room, absolutely covered in mud.
Ugh. Oh my god. That stupid barn animal doesn't know fucking anything. Bashar!
Sire?
Bashar!
Sire. You're in Bashar's room at this moment, and he is just standing there looking at you. Sire. Are you alright? What's...
Did you see anything? Did you see anything strange?
Yeah, you got... A night ago, you got sucked through the door? By a goat?
Okay.
I guess?
Well, this is what I wanted to speak to you about. There is something very above me that's happening. Very complicated. There's
Related?
There's a man.
Related to the church?
No, just and I'll kind of draw him away from the door. No, it's not. Remember when you said that you had your complicated belief system with the gifted sacrifice and with Thursia and whatever the archspiritess says, or whatever the anima says? Remember that?
Yes, sire?
Okay. Well,
He is concerned.
I am too. You're not alone. I've been dragged around against my will by this stupid animal that I covered in blood, and it's a goat, basically. I don't know what else to explain it as. It's apparently called a Menagerie of Fate. Does this ring a bell?
No, it doesn't.
Well, there are two others. A person named Aes Swiftsail and Kaylin Ayla. They are, for some reason, linked to me, and
it shoves you through doors?
Well, it takes me wherever I'm to go, against my will for a majority of it, but I really would love for you to meet these two people, because I just want some help. I feel like Thursia is asking me to stray away from the anima, and that my purpose is in something else, something that's not in the gifted sacrifice, and I haven't the courage to say anything till this very moment.
I'm sorry, sire. I'm doing my best with this. Do you think the goat is Thursia?
No, because it's kind of complicated. It's well, there's a different person. I blacked out the moment I met the goat, or was assigned the goat, or whatever, and I heard this voice speaking, and this man in a tan suit, and he had this deep voice, and I don't remember his face all that much, but he said that they are ours, and that we won't be seeing him. I don't know much of who this is. I'm sure you don't either, but it just doesn't seem something like Thursia would do.
No, it doesn't.
Do you want to help me with a ceremony down in the room? Just us. Really quickly.
Let me roll for him. Let me roll for this fine boy.
He thinks you think his god's fake and his goat.
Sire, I'm sorry. I don't mean to step away from you.
Deacon kind of shifts over in front of the door.
But
kind of paces over in front of the door to stand in its way.
I believe that I can be of use to you in a different way. I believe I can...
What could you possibly do?
Call it this could be some form of spiritual affliction that has attached itself to your soul.
Spiritual affliction.
And I believe this could be something I could research for you. Perhaps the answers lie in texts, perhaps related to our mutual condition. He just kind of lightly tongues his fangs on an impulse. Perhaps in our mutual condition, and maybe ceremony is not quite the answer at the moment. Although I understand you need to calm your nerves, I could be better suited in seeking answers. I just need to say, he got a 16 on his discipline check.
The answers are far away from me. I do not have them. This would be of great help, but we as communionists need to follow our feelings and act. Actions are what fuel us, Bashar. Whatever you can do to change this, to change what's written, to change what we know, to challenge, you must do this, and you must do this with the utmost secrecy, Bashar. Promise me.
Yes, sire. I promise completely.
Show me, and I'll grab his wrists, or one of his wrists, and I'll look him dead in the eye, and I'll say, "Show me what you are willing to sacrifice."
Let me roll again on the discipline.
Ooh.
Bitch. He very calmly and he very calmly grabs and twists 2 fingers off of his hand and places them and holds them out in front of you. Pinky
Wait.
and ring finger.
Like removes them?
Yeah, like he like breaks his hand, crunching
Oh my
bone,
god.
and hands them to
Oh.
Deacon.
Ew.
Very well.
Of course, I
Know what to do,
yes, naturally.
and I'll put them away. Now, find my bathing tub.
He
I have to
had.
get ready.
He's
So-
bleeding everywhere.
I apologize. I'm going to start researching now.
Bathing tub first, Bashar, and then...
He's ignored you and left.
Well, I have no control over my employees! How dare they!
Just giving you 2 fingers.
Giving you 2 fingers. It's like I can't control them. Yeah, he walks away. With what was the other guy's name?
Aman? Ayesh? Ayesh.
Ayesh. He just yells, "Get Ayesh to do
Archerius
it!"
Ayesh.
and he.
Ayesh! My bathing tub!
So we're gonna cut
I
now.
spent a little bit...
We're gonna cut now over to Aeus, and we're gonna move some time forward now. Time is going to roll forward, and this is. Remember how I said there's some stuff that was gonna happen with Aeus now that you've gained the trust of your crew.
Yeah.
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 So it's time for that, and so.
No.
Your ship mistress Keynes comes up to you. Ma'am, we've got a weapons shipment that we're sending over. I do not know if this was the accent I gave her last time. We've got a weapons shipment that we're giving over to some people on the Mokarant border. Unfortunately, we're being harassed by by rebels from the Shepherd's Aegis in Gelia. Seem to be trying to steal the guns.
We're being harassed by the Shepherd's Aegis. We
Well,
work closely with them.
yes, but unfortunately they're not really recognizing us. There's a chance these might be either fringers or just sort of offshoots of them, or they're not recognizing our business ties. But regardless, I've come up with a solution. We could hire some mercenaries to act as some extra protection. That way we don't lose the girls.
Okay.
Alternatively, we could try to leverage our contacts with the Shepherd's Aegis and try to push them into backing off if we know who they are. Alternatively, though, we'd be losing some favor with them. Aside from the money, we'd be losing with the mercenaries. And then your ship's doctor, Mrs. Stokes, who is now going to be added to the list of characters.
Did you make maps for these or no?
No.
Okay.
Like I said, didn't have time. So then Mrs. Stokes comes up. I do have another suggestion for you. One that wouldn't cost as much as it would for other ones, as it would to spend money on the mercenaries or waste the favor of the shepherds.
Okay.
What if we lost the guns?
Like
Now, And Keen's like, what do you mean lost their guns? Absolute insanity.
No, what do you like? As in, give them to them?
We donated to the shepherds. Now,
Well,
every one of
when
your
is-
every one of your guns is stamped with a good old fashioned ES.
of course.
That acts as advertisement. They
Yes,
would
but
know,
the Shepherd's Aegis already has our guns.
but not everyone knows. Some of them do. But if you get a reputation, but if these people are apparently well enough that they can harass our caravans, it could open up new avenues. We'd be taking a hit for sure.
When is Mokara expecting this shipment by a certain time? Would we, if we were to do that, would we be losing them?
They're border lords, so in theory we could have another shipment for them. But we could have another shipment, maybe run a decoy, if we were looking to lose it. But personally, I wouldn't recommend just dropping shipments on people. It would give us the appearance of customer service, if you think about it.
I don't necessarily disagree. But what I'm wondering...
I'll tell you what
Right.
customer service is.
Excuse me.
Sorry,
I was
ma'am.
speaking. Thank you.
She's like, she's getting ready to fight.
I understand.
Apologies, ma'am.
If I may. Are we on a run currently?
Well, is this asking you out of character or in character?
Out of character.
You are. This is a like away team that you're doing. So you normally don't send your girls to do runs on land. A lot of times that's like middlemen. That's going on. And so it's it's go-betweens, but at the end of the day, it is still your rep that's getting tested.
Right. So, but I'm wondering, so this is an on-land troop trying to make it to Mokara.
Yes, these are like randos that you hired, that you from like your locals.
Of
Prob-
locals.
Probably Jellians, because you'd have to sail around the tip of Kalendon at this point.
So the Shepherd's Ace is attacking the... Yeah, that's very them. That is very them.
Well, the only reason we know that it's the Shepherd's Aegis is that our runners survived. The runners made it.
So they never dropped off the guns, they just turned around?
The runners survived. They said they met. They ran into him, and then they strongly persuaded them to surrender the guns.
We hire good people. So, my thought here, ladies, is yes, I'd be interested in... I would hate for the ladies to get hurt. This is my first concern. I don't want that for us or any of you. And I do see your idea in customer service, but to be honest, I personally want to see this. I would kind of like to see this on hand. Is there a way where we could make this trip? I'm assuming not.
It would take a considerable amount of time out of the day, and we do have other things to oversee. It's just not realistic. You could send along an observer to work with them to make sure they go in, but if they get attacked, it'd be one of your own.
How much longer is the contract for this?
It's another 2 shipments for the Makarans.
And Miss Stokes, you're under the understanding that if we make one donation, as you worded it, they probably leave us alone?
I think it's not a matter of leaving us alone. It's more establishing that we're all on everybody's side. And if we have one group drop off a free shipment if we put out word to the Shepherd's Aegis that we'll be sending another shipment, drop that one off, and then send the one to Mokara, kill two birds with one stone. Showing that we're generous, we're kind, and we're willing to arm rebels, while also dropping the resources we need.
I see. Out of character again. So I've previously made a deal with the head of the Shepherd's Aegis. And that was 5 years ago.
No, that was the FZR and the Iron Knights.
And the Iron's Knights. Okay.
You've probably tossed some money, tossed some one-offs to the Shepherd's Aegis, but part of the Shepherd's Aegis is that they are notoriously difficult to contact. Some of them don't even operate in, like, functional... some of them don't even operate in, like, sort of functional capacities. Or they don't have really a head. It's more along the lines of, like, an autonomous collective.
I see. This is quite a pickle, ladies. Do we believe that if we were to hire... what if we did 50-50? I believe that it would be a similar cost as to choosing one. But I see the benefits of both. I wouldn't mind a little extra assurance that the ladies are fine, but not a full militia party. And I don't want to drop off a full shipment. Although it's to be generous, I don't believe we already have a contract with people within their local, if you want to call it that. So maybe we drop off a portion of a shipment and a note to our contacts who we've previously worked with, stating that we know. So just as a friendly reminder that they're maybe picking on the wrong party.
So you want to send out word, and you want to send out word and drop off some guns as part of a sort of peace offering? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
All right. And how much? But you still want the mercenaries?
Yes, but not a full party. Obviously, these women have made it known that they can hold their own ground, and I honestly find it unlikely they'll be tested again, knowing the women we work with. But I would hate for that assumption to get someone hurt.
All right. I'll make it so. And Miss Stokes, the doctor, and I will start drafting up a letter of notice. Very well, ma'am.
Appreciate
And
it.
they both leave, and that is, and the die has been cast, as they say. You are going to let the Shepherd's Aegis know that you do not appreciate them attacking, but at the same time, you understand times are hard. In order to make this real, you have to drop 4 RP.
4!
Yes. Half the shipment, half the mercenaries.
So if I had gone with 1, it was still going to cost 4.
Actually, it probably would have cost. Wait, I have to do math real fast. Hang on. 'Cause
I love that.
No going backsies.
No, I
'cause-
love this. Let me have this, Grant.
'cause one is 3, the other one is 5. So.
Oh, I'm so conflicted right now.
Oh yeah, it is 4. That is how math works. If you
Yeah.
3 and 5. So yeah, that is half of each comes out to 4.
All right. How's Sweetie doing?
Sweetie's doing well. She's found that she is not a top girl. She's not
She's not a topman.
the best at climbing, mostly because you found out about day 3 she doesn't take fall damage.
So she just likes to like wait.
Well,
Wait, sorry. I'm processing all of that separately. So she fell,
yeah.
but she's fine.
Yeah, she came out perfectly fine. The deck did take a bit of damage when
A
she crashed into.
person-sized. Great.
That's going to be another 5 RP. to fix it.
No, that's easy to fix. That's something that we're used to. Greened wood is easy to come by, or seasoned wood is.
Oh
easy to
yeah,
come by.
I knew that.
Seasoned
Yeah.
wood.
Green wood. I even I have green wood in my backyard. So
Yeah.
pretty easy.
Me too.
Knock over a palm tree. It's fine. Please see the completely historically accurate Showtime series, Black Sails. Anyway, actually, very good show. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, Kaylin.
Kaylin Ayla.
You. Oh crap! Wait, I forgot the hook for Aes. Oh god, it is a weird day. So
is
Aes,
a weird-
as you sign off on that and put your money towards that, who appears in your room but Boris?
Boris. Hello.
He nods. He looks at the choice you made, like the sort of documents and stuff that you signed off on, and just gives you a.
Is this an affirmation?
And just stares
I-
at you for a little bit.
You know,
So it's cl-
Boris, you are all business, and I appreciate that about you.
He turns, stamps a foot on the ground.
Uh-huh. You ready to go? Are you upset? That I haven't gone?
He flicks his hair a little bit.
Uh, is this about my interests, or is this about leaving?
Stomps his foot once.
Boris, I'm just trying to get to know you. I'm trying to build a connection here. And it's very difficult when we're not speaking the same language, which is why I'm trying to ask you yes or no questions.
You like see this
He's
small
exhausted.
horse just develop like a level of exhaustion of just like
I know.
can't fucking teach him, and he turns around, walks over to the door, kicks the door.
All right, we'll go. I'm sorry. Did you like my plans? Can I get like a head shake? I'll keep walking towards the door. I'm not gonna like stop. I know he's frustrated.
He like bobs his head up and down.
Thank you. I like touch his nose.
We've had communication.
Sentient.
And
We've broken it.
you open the door
Figured you
and head on through. Cutting over now to Deacon really fast yet again. Deacon.
Am I bathing? Am I bathing? Am I bathing?
Well,
Stop.
no, a week has now passed.
You're
I'm
still
I'm bathing.
bathing.
Stop.
You're still bathing.
Just raisins.
At the time, Bashar has not found anything as of yet. As you...
I want to look at. Sorry, continue.
No, what were you going to do? What did you want to do?
I want to look for that letter that I sent to little Miss Saska. Is there any reply?
Roll for it.
It's been a minute.
What did you say in that letter? Remind me.
I said, I don't remember. I think I said something along the lines of, there is trouble at Radost's Manor. I was taken. I haven't heard from you.
I do recall this.
And I hope everything's okay. I'm looking for help. I haven't heard from you.
No. You haven't heard anything. And just say outright, you have not heard a thing from Saska.
Fake friends.
Fuck me. Do I know Thorn's address?
Yeah, you could reasonably get him get a letter to him.
Okay. I will begin writing a letter, and I'll write down what I wrote, what I want to say to him. I will say, hello,
No.
my dearest.
You still in the bath?
Yes.
Or is it? Wait, I was gonna say, is this happening in between now and bath time?
This will be in any indiscriminate time you wish.
But so do you want it to be? Are you doing this currently in the bath, or are you doing this in between?
I'll be naked in the bath with my little
with
my little bath stand.
Okay, you're doing this right now. Got it. Thank you. That is important for me.
My dearest Thorn, I have a inquiry for you. There is a magnificent beast following me, and I haven't the faintest clue what to do. It vaguely reminds me of your little rat that attacked me that one day.
Rat.
Tantamite?
Just so you know, I haven't a clue what it is about. Nor have I heard from Saska. So, I would like to offer you
Audio listeners are shaking.
Babe, are you really writing this?
Yeah, well, I'm thinking. Fuck, what can I give him?
A cookie.
Some information.
No, can't give him a
No,
cookie.
not a cookie.
We don't
Oh.
give cookies to Venus
I don't know
anymore.
what this is.
No cookies.
No cookies.
Sorry.
Some information
I don't know these things.
in regards to the anima and
Babe.
multiple
Spotify listeners.
examples of a new power at hand.
All right, I need you to give me
Lyra is
a
quaking.
dexterity check.
I am. I'm quivering.
Oh. I need you to give me a dexterity check, dear.
I can't play my cards I have to keep the cards close to my chest.
What chest?
Dexterity,
Oops.
58. That's horrible. It's a moth
Teeth.
of 25.
So
Deacon's rotting chest.
as you're sitting there writing this, you don't out of
Christian, if you say I can't write a fucking letter to
as
someone,
the
I will blow a gasket.
as the dirty water
No!
quakes
No!
and up with a splash
No!
comes
No!
comes goat in the water with you.
You stupid animal! I was writing something!
Your paper is now still readable, but quite waterlogged and messy. You were not going to make the roll now. You're going to make the roll when we determine Thorn's response. But I am noting that the roll will be made, or that the connection roll to reach out to Thorn will be made with a -5.
Okay.
That's
Two.
kinder than I thought.
To it as you send what I will only describe as a moist letter to Thorn.
Like
I've sent many. It's
to
fine.
meet. I would like to meet.
Dude, are we all just gonna let that go?
I will look to you, stupid goat. I will be rid of you soon. Trust in all that is powerful in me. Do you understand?
Goat gets very close to you and just bites inches away from you, or like a centimeter away from your nose. Not like literally bites, like not like no contact is made. They're just like unk.
I'll splash the water at its face. Get away from me!
The water hits
This
it.
bath is the one time I can be alone, for Thirsia's sake!
And the water like gets on it and immediately turns to just like black oil.
Ew.
Listen.
It hops out. Starts dragging
Wherever we're going.
your Sticarion over to the tub.
You really like liquids, don't you?
Ew. Ew. Ew.
It melts into the floor and comes back out of the water.
Ew. I don't like
Communication.
about the name.
Communication.
I don't know about the name liquid, but
What do we call him, Derek?
something
liquid.
along the lines of, if I call it, do you like liquid? Stupid little
Viscous.
I'm sorry, I have to pause real fast. I know for a fact you haven't played Metal Gear Solid, but
No.
there are so many characters such as Solid Snake and Liquid Ocelot, and now we can add to their number
Liquid goat.
Liquid Goat.
Yes.
Technically, it's Liquid
I'm
Derek.
so for this.
Liquid Derek.
Liquid Derek.
No, it's
Also,
not Derek.
equally just as much of a valid name in Metal Gear Solid. So regardless, Goat gets close.
All right, Liquid. Can you take me somewhere briefly? Just we don't even have to stop there. I just want to see through your eyes or something. Something like almost like we're looking through a window and then be bamped to wherever you take us. Like a little stop. Do you think you can do that? Do you think you can do that, Liquid?
Ew.
Just
That's
for me.
so creepy.
Yes.
And it gestures with its horns to the thing.
Let's go! And I jump into the bath.
Or do you put on your clothes?
Yeah, I put on my
Okay,
clothes.
okay. Just
Yeah, yeah.
establishing that. All right, we're gonna cut over to Caleb.
The bath is the portal, right? The
No.
bath is the portal? No, can the bath be
Sure,
the
the
portal?
bath could be the portal. Fucking
Yay!
whatever.
But you're still
Okay,
naked.
So
I'll be wet. I'll be alone.
we'll cut over to Kaylin now. So Kaylin, nothing interesting really happens on your trip over. You get some odd looks from some farmers and stuff,
Y'all.
but otherwise you manage to make it to the location described. Anyway, so we begin now with Kaylin. Now, previously you had been writing letters to Dahlia, and she had said that there's something going on, specifically at the what nobody would ever call it this, but the deep folk seem to think so. The Gelian capital. Fortinga. It is a synthetic city entirely built on wooden stilts in the middle of a shallow, swampy harbor. Cannibalized forests as far as the eye could see in order to build it. It is almost entirely constructed of wood. But Dahlia's letter instructed you to meet her there. In order to get there, you have to walk a mile. sorry, I should back up. Before you, as you get there, you come to a large bridge with people crossing it and deep folk and jelly and border guards. And there you see Dahlia wearing the more traditional garb of a deep folk loyalist. Now that's a bit weird. Dahlia's always been neutral, but this whole outfit she has on would imply that she's fully committed to the deep folk side. She's got red tattoos all over her face. She's wearing these heavy furs that have been cut off to sort of like vent. And she is holding, and she's kind of like looking around, she's just kind of like keeping a weather eye out, and then she sees you and starts waving you over. You are surrounded by people all traveling, usually most of them merchants with carts and stuff like that, trying to get to the city. But you are, but as you walk, what do you do once Dahlia starts waving at you?
I think I would wave back and kind of beeline towards her, trying not to, bump into anyone or attract any more attention than I'm sure I've already given myself with my stature.
Okay. And as you do notice that the deep folk guards on the entrance to the bridge are very skeptical of. They're like, what? Tree lady. But as soon as you get there, Dahlia, a warm smile runs over, gives you just a pleasant and terse hug. It's so good to see you. It's been too long. I'm glad you got my letters.
Yes, of course. I was surprised to hear from you, but I'm glad I'm here.
I have something very important to talk about with you. Unfortunately, we cannot have this conversation until we are on the bridge.
Understandable.
Come along. And she pulls out those two papers and just quickly flashes them, skips the whole line, and goes right onto this bridge. And this is the famous mile-long bridge. So in order to get out there to where the city is, because basically the harbor was too shallow, and so the deep folk said, "Screw it, we'll move the city." And so they moved they built this whole city, but it requires you to go a mile out just to get to where the city itself is. But as you're on, you're sort of walking along this mile-long bridge, to which Dahlia says, "Good, they do not dedicate many eyes to this part of the city. But it's good to see you." She kind of gets a little nervous. Galen, do you recall the woman, Lady Penelope Schrombach?
From years ago?
Yes.
Yes, I mean, I haven't spoken to her really much since, but...
Well, I've been made aware of a situation that has been occurring in the city, and I couldn't say much because of the nature of it. But I believe that she is attempting to sell the people you negotiated with her into slavery.
Oh.
My contacts have given me sources that say that there's somebody is shipping 12 Floranians out to the Deep Folk Home Isles. And did what I could to stop it, but unfortunately I thought this would be something your skills would be best suited to handle.
Yes, I see. Thank you for notifying me. And you can kind of see, not on purpose, but just kind of instinctually, some like cactus spines start growing up Kaylin's back as she's thinking about the subject. Well, how can we get to them as quickly as possible without rising suspicion?
I believe they are being held in a warehouse on the outskirts of the city. I wasn't able to find manifests or anything like that, but if they're being held there and we break in, we should be able to get them out. But I will leave it up to your choice what form of operation this takes. All of a sudden, ahead of you is a canvas-topped cart. And you hear a bit of a commotion from the canvas-topped cart. It sounds like, I'm going to say, a bunch of chickens are suddenly very, very agitated.
How far in front of me?
Good 10 feet maybe.
Okay.
I'm going to need Deacon and Aes to both roll dexterity.
No.
We're in a chicken cart. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait.
Fuck.
I rolled the damage dice.
Yeah.
Dummy. Hey.
Doubles for Deacon. Aes, does that not track?
No. I have terrible dexterity.
So the two of you flop out of the cart in a large, very like a spray of feathers and chickens.
Can I barrel roll?
No, you failed the dexterity check.
You barrel roll poorly.
Deacon manages to flop out in a and at least land on his feet, whereas Aes, you just like boom.
Ow.
In front of you two is Kaylin and Dahlia.
Dahlia,
Oh.
these are my friends. You've met Aes. This is Deacon. I didn't realize they would be here, but maybe they could help.
Your weapons trader friend is with a priest?
Yeah, it's a long story, Dahlia. But
So your little girl didn't see you?
my little girl? No,
She
I
didn't
haven't.
bring you today?
No, I came on my own accord.
Top of, or sitting on the canvas, like on where they fell out. The small girl with the bear is sitting there, waves with the bear arm, and then just kind of like flops back into the chicken cart.
Well, I mean, no, I came here with Dahlia, but I assume this was
This
meant
is
to
where we
be.
are today.
I could really use the help, actually. I've got something quite serious going on that has been brought to my attention.
So you take. I'm gonna. No, I'll let you. Would you like to describe this, Kaylin?
Oh, like what's going on?
To your companions.
Sure, yeah, I
Okay.
can. Dahlia, correct me if I get any details
Are
wrong.
we
I'm a bit
walking while this
shook
is
up.
happening?
Yes. Actually, Aes, before you
Kind
do
of.
that, give me a perception roll.
Oh,
God. Oh,
shit.
God.
Yeah, I just had this thought right before you said it.
Oh no.
Yes.
You have
Yes.
figured out where the hell you are. You are about to walk into the Deep Folk capital as number one. As
Public
one of-
enemy.
not so much public enemy number one, but definitely somebody who is severely under threat. You are safe from any loyalist Jellians as long as they're not acting in like a law enforcement capacity. But any deep folk that you see should know your face pretty well because you are widely regarded as somebody who has done some pretty messed up stuff.
It wasn't that bad.
By their standards,
it was pretty bad.
It's
Yeah,
pretty
it was
bad.
bad.
So
And you said something was.
wait.
matter.
Hang on. I'm sorry. 1 second. I just want to resolve this thing with Aes, really fast. You will need to figure out a way to make up a disguise before you get to the end of this bridge.
Okay. So,
She was like 2/4 mile.
Thereabouts. Yeah. You.
3/4.
Let's say 2/4.
I will need a disguise. I need something to wear. I need something to hide my face. And can I look around for like a barrel or something to jump in?
A barrel.
Give me a cog roll, I guess.
Yes. I don't know.
The second I see,
I'm in
the
full
second I
panic.
see
I'm in
Aes
full panic.
Going towards a barrel, I'll try
Yes.
to. I'll call out to her, and I'll say, Aes, I'm sure there's better opportunities for something discreet.
Please don't say my
Barrel.
name. Please don't say my name.
It's okay.
Dahlia looks. I see you have done some more things, weapons dealer.
I've chosen a side, Dahlia, and we are not there.
Would you two like to know what she's done? She kind of takes a little bit of glee, the old animosity that the two of you had.
How do you know, Dahlia? How do you know what she's done? Do you know each other?
We've met before. No,
Mm.
this weapons dealer over here is in her time managed to gamble away a treasured artifact of one of the deep folk lords, shall we say, and in doing so managed to also gamble away that deep folk's grandfather.
Yes.
Wow.
At least it
very
was just his
interesting.
soul. It was just his soul.
Yeah, it was his
Doesn't
immortal,
sound like you at
indestructible
all.
soul.
You're right. It doesn't sound like me. It
So-
does, Deacon. Now, can we get me some clothes?
No.
No, it doesn't sound like me.
Well, I don't.
I'm just
see
like
any
spinning.
way
I'm
to
like
get
looking
through
around,
the
spinning in a circle, just like.
Yes, that will not
Kaelin,
get your attention. That will not
do
get
you-
any more attention.
Kaelin, do you believe it might be a better idea that we just try to put her in the cart while we try to find an option for her?
Is there a way that you can climb back?
Where's the
in
chicken cart?
The chickens.
Lyra, you're muted.
Oh, sorry, my dog was barking. It is. I mean, we don't see any like carts or any like anything that she can hop into besides the chicken cart right now, right?
So this is something that is kind of going to be introduced. Since you're in a very unfamiliar city,
Yes.
we're going to use the mechanics that would normally be used for like survival in the woods.
Okay.
In a sort of man-made forest. So in order to get Aes her stuff, you're going to need to use cog rolls to basically manifest things into the world. And so if you would like, your solutions that you create will decide the style of solution that Aes gets. So
I rolled a 4.
you rolled a 4. So what do you seek out to try to get Aes?
I was hoping to find like a seamstress's cart where it's like kind of just fabrics and stuff like that, not fully like uniforms, but I was thinking like something where we could have some spare fabric or like a regular person's outfit. I feel like that might be a lot easier than like a
military uniform
a military. Yeah, like just kind of like somebody who's gonna go sell their wares at a shop. You know what I mean?
Kat, are you hiding in the cart while we do this?
Was there a card around? We never answered that.
Did you throw her back in the chicken cart?
I would like to usher her, if she's into it.
Yeah. Sounds good.
All right, come with me, Ace. We're just going to leave you in here for a minute.
Okay.
I'll keep an eye out. Do you need some protection?
Probably. We'll see. Not if no one sees me.
Well, knowing what I know now, that you are selling away people's souls,
That's not what happened.
trading. I imagine.
No. The chief paid me with a necklace. I gambled that necklace. The chief died. His soul was in the necklace. I didn't know that.
I think we're finding out that our little friend Ace here has a little bit more of a troubled past than we once believed.
As that conversation is happening, Kaylin returns with just a sort of bundle. A couple none of it matches, but it's definitely enough to cover Aes's face, and it's definitely enough to like cover her sort of signature. Do you have signature style?
I do not have signature style.
I kind of wanted to dress her up like a little old lady, you know, like a little with a little shawl and you know.
Yeah, you definitely give like rag lady vibes.
Yeah.
Yes. Swamp witch vibes.
No,
lady.
didn't say that. Didn't say
Nope.
that. I
Lady.
said rag lady. I said lady with a little push cart filled with rags. You can't tell if she's going to the laundromat or away from the laundromat, but they're somehow both dirty.
Can I use my blood magic to give her a humpback, or would that not be?
No!
I mean, you could. You're
No.
nothing.
If we get there, we might.
Okay, so she is full rag lady now. Dahlia looking pleased. Yes, that suits you so much, weapons dealer. Good job.
Thank you, Dahlia.
So, why we're here, or why I'm here,
Yeah, what is our cover up? I imagine that's important.
well, the cover really Dahlia has been helping with, but the reason I was called here without my little girl and her bear is it seems somebody is trying to sell Floranians off into slavery, and I'm here to stop it.
Are we sure they're still alive?
I'm hoping, word has it, that they're
Do we
being
have
held
somebody
in a
I thought
checking in on them?
warehouse.
I thought Floranians didn't leave Florania.
Do you remember Penelope?
Oh,
Penelope.
yes. Yes.
Can
Well,
somebody refresh my memory as to who Penelope is?
You didn't. She was there the day I met Dahlia previously.
Yes. I was having a meeting with her about she wanted to see if she could hire some Floranians as a sort of guard to her people so that there wouldn't be as much attacking. And I'm all for peace, so I offered my people to try and help and be peacekeepers, as we should. And it seems that now she's taking them and trying to sell them. Even though it is not her place. And you see more spines like start to grow, and she's trying to maintain her composure, but it's kind of giving things away.
Dahlia,
Yes.
when was the last update that we knew they were alive?
I don't know. I haven't been in the city. I've been traveling there in order to facilitate this. I have no idea if they are alive or not. I just have a lead on a warehouse where they are hiding. Well, they're hiding them, I should say.
I want to keep your expectations low. Okay.
Either way, they deserve to be returned to where they belong, and not in a warehouse in a foreign land.
Agreed.
I admire your passion. I do. And I see it in you. But if this is the end of their path, then it might be best you find your peace now.
Someone
Well,
needs to
let's
be
get-
punished for what was done, if that is the case. And I will not stop until fairness and justice is restored.
I do not disagree.
So we go stake it out.
Exactly.
So I wanted to mention, as you're traveling through the city, so you're aware, I don't know how many of these sorts of operations you've pulled off. These, call them living heists. I don't know how many you've pulled off, but a word to the wise, there are really only 3 ways you can do them. Loud, quiet, and talkative. So as you are it's better to make a choice and commit to it than it is to try to spread yourself out. Somebody who goes in guns blazing is going to lose the ability to talk, and somebody who who tries to sneak in is going to have an odd explanation when they get discovered halfway through. So I'll be there to back you up, but I can't risk my cover. So,
Kaylin, how are you? What is your gut's first intuition to handle this with? I think it's important that we follow your truest emotion here. As I always do.
I'm assuming, Dahlia, Penelope's belief is that I am unaware of this happening, correct?
as far as I know, she has no reason to believe you're involved.
So, if I show up to check on my people, it's not that strange if I start asking questions.
Yes.
So you'd like to go a talkative route?
I myself believe that I am best either as a talkative person or quite sneaky one, but again, I'm quite larger than most here. It might be difficult for me to sneak in this instance.
May I provide a qualm problem with that?
Mm-hmm.
It might seem precarious that you are arriving, unbeknownst to her, with leagues of men and friends asking about a very specific individual or a very specific meeting. Might we come up with a different option?
If we can find a reasonable way for me to have business within the city already and seem as if I'm passing by to visit an old friend, I think it may work.
Maybe we could fall into company with her.
In a separate place, maybe.
And we act as if it was an accident. Dahlia, do you know where this person, Penelope, frequents in the city?
I have a couple of theories, but I don't believe she would. We have a lead. Let me say that. We know that they are hiding out at this warehouse, and as far as we understand it, that is where they are keeping Kaylin's people. So, if I would recommend attacking the warehouse, or going towards the warehouse first and foremost, just to ensure their safety. But if you wanted to discuss with Penelope, that's, I'm sure, fine. I don't imagine she'd be hanging out at that warehouse.
Yes, what's your take on this?
I am inclined to say that going in guns blazing is a poor decision for the three of us. I
agree.
normally would be fully in on a talkative route, but my only concern with that is I am rather known. And I don't believe I really talked to Penelope very much. She would only know me as the girl that Dahlia pushed off a ledge.
Did you get a draw that Penelope was at all a person of faith, Kaylin?
That would take a knowledge roll at this point.
Yeah, if that's available. I will.
No, not you.
Or,
for Kaylin.
Oh, Kaylin.
I don't, because I don't have any counters, right?
You have counters from the
you would
cog
have
roll.
counters.
From that cog roll.
Or you got a full?
From Cog. Oh no, that's only 2 counters. That's a moth of 3.
She never really mentioned it.
It's like not that I remember.
Yeah, I mean, the best guess you could have is she could probably be into the supernatural in that way that, like, all rich people are kind of just into seances and stuff like that.
Okay.
As you're beginning to approach the bridge now, and the end of the bridge as you enter into it, do you have a decision for your strategy before you head out?
I think we should go quiet.
I agree.
Really?
I could easily try to disguise myself as one of my people, work my way in, to then help break them out with your help.
I do believe going quiet would mean we would go slow. So that would allow us a little bit more time to decide what is the right track.
I think because we don't have a lot of information, we might have to go quiet on this one until we can figure out more details.
Do we have a
Can I talk meta for a little bit second? Out of character? Y'all just watched Ace roll out of a chicken coop?
Uh-huh.
Poorly. Poorly. And we're
My
really
dex
like,
is
oh,
really
we're gonna
good.
do sneaky. Mine is
My
26.
dex is so good. Mine is 46.
I mean, my dex isn't bad, it's 33.
I'm saying
Kaylin
if
carries Ace, is that... Does she make my rolls?
No, you would all have to collectively make the rolls, or you would have...
My kind of idea is... It's more of I sneak in if I need a distraction, like a tap on a window to divert, like
I see
something
what
like
you mean.
that. You guys, I think me weaseling my way in is a lot easier if you guys are helping on the outside of it.
I see
you know
what
what I
you
mean?
do go
So
the
if something
quiet way.
goes wrong, then if we need to just fight it out, we can, but
I am good at making big and bold.
I don't
violent
want to be
decisions.
loud. I need to figure out how they are managing to contain that many of my people. Because that's hard. That's not an easy task.
Do you have a way
Okay.
to communicate with these individuals through some type of feature? I don't know anything about Floranians.
You blow your seeds into the wind and communicate.
Like a dandelion.
Get a bee, write down your little thing in pollen, send it to them.
Hey, honestly, we've decided that she can create you berries, and that scares me.
I can.
So I feel like it's a fair question.
Oh god, we did allow that. Why the fuck? Anyway,
Me berries.
anyway, so
Are we approaching the
are
the
you
people?
Are you what people?
Okay.
I imagine is there some type of gate to the city at the end of this?
No,
bridge?
you skipped that. That was the gate onto
We
the bridge.
skipped it.
Because this whole bridge, if there was ever any sort of untowardness, is the stop. They would just blow the bridge and let.
So we're inside the city.
Yes, you reach the city, and it is spires of wood, kind of hastily smashed together. This whole place is built rather quickly to secure the deep folks' hold on the space, on the territory of Gelia. You get to the. As you get there, do you go to the warehouse?
Can I make another knowledge roll about deep folk beliefs? Like
Sure.
superstitions or something like that?
Sure.
Like, okay.
If you ask a question aloud, I may be able to help.
I want to know, like, are these, like, superstitious people? Are there, like, omens
So I
that I think
should
that I would know?
I should
Yeah.
say
You know,
that as far as this city is concerned, I would the deep folk occupy like a ruling class position compared
Okay.
to the
So it's more
Gellians.
loyalists that
It's
we're
more-
going to be dealing
it's
with.
more loyalists scattered throughout the like. I'm trying to think of the number. I'm going to have to Google something.
What
Give
does
me one
what does
second.
loyalist mean?
Loyal,
per se?
like loyal to the deep folk. They are Gellian people who are loyal to the deep folk who have taken
But
over
it doesn't align itself
Gelia.
with a certain type of belief system.
No, just
It's just
Okay.
no,
uh,
just loyalists to the deep folk who have kind of overtaken
Okay.
Gelia.
1 second. I'm sorry. I'm.
Is it similar to like a militia?
So to explain.
It's more like when the Boston Tea Party was kind of happening, and we had a whole bunch of people who were still very loyal to England, and a whole bunch of people who were trying to now officially leave.
exactly
And
that.
become the Americas. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So they're the English.
So there are deep folk that
lovers.
know what they're doing is wrong, right? Occupying this
The
space.
deep folk themselves?
No.
I mean, yes,
There's
there
not
are.
many.
No, there are, but they're scattered to the world because they don't
not doing
jive
it.
with the government. They're political dissidents.
Like below.
Like Belil, exactly.
There are Gellians who don't believe
There
in
are
it.
Gellians who don't believe in it. They're people
And those are,
fighting
like, the rebels.
wars. You remember Greta
Yes.
from the first session with her fire sword and stuff like that? She is one of a Gellian rebel. And
Gellian
so when we say rebels versus loyalists are loyal to the deep folk, whereas rebels are
Okay.
trying
It's like
to-
red and blue, team red and blue.
Kind of.
yeah, basically.
Okay.
So I would say there is one deep folk for about every. There's probably about one. Jesus. Sorry, I actually have to do this math now.
I would like to ask the in character Ace. Wait, is there a name you'd like us to call you in the meantime?
Ooh. Sorry, let me think of
Good
something.
question.
I like this. Looking up German female
You
names.
And
You
also
act so coy, Ace. I know that you do things that are very illegal.
to answer the question of how many deep folk are in this place. Deep folk occupy 0.4%, not 4%, 0.4% of this city's population.
This one.
This particular one.
Oh, I for sure want to be called Heidi.
Sick. Like Heidi Klum.
Yeah.
Heidi in closet. What? Oh, it's a drag queen. Heidi in closet.
Anyway. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Were you going to say something?
What should we tell people if we get caught? Just make up something on the spot. Do we not all want to be on the same page?
Caught with what? Going into the warehouse?
Going around the warehouse, being caught talking to someone and making a mistake. Should I just make it up on the fly?
Oh, hopefully we don't have to talk to anyone.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what the situation in the warehouse looks like, so I don't know what is a feasible explanation to us being there besides my explanation of I've come to try to find Penelope and somebody said that her people were here, that I could get more information.
Since we're all on Team Quiet, you're gathering the information on what is the status of the individuals.
I'm going to try to
Right.
find them
Okay.
specifically to ask them or if I could just see what is keeping them there so we can try to kind of unlock them and usher them out in a quiet manner versus a loud one. I'd rather sneak them out than break them out. If you get what I mean.
Yes. And AS, would you like to tag along with me, or
Where are you going?
I was under the understanding that I would be the distraction if we needed something.
I would prefer if AS was not the distraction, as she's kind of not a friend.
I can make a distraction from afar. But
Okay.
so Dahlia is gone. She's left us.
Oh, did she leave us?
Well, she broke off, or she broke off with a. This happened while you were kind of working this out. She just kind of just went. I'll find you after you've broken the warehouse.
She's not coming with us.
No.
She's okay. Great.
This would damage
She's
her
not gonna be
cover.
involved.
This would damage her cover too much if something happened.
Okay, great.
Can
But she didn't leave us with like any objectives or anything.
just
No,
break.
just
To me,
get
it was just to break them
This
out.
is very open-ended.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
Oh wow. So back to my knowledge roll. Are there certain superstitions of Jellian people, deep folk people, like something that I feel like would hold weight if it kind of
So,
like what's a common superstition or omen of this area, if there are any?
So probably the biggest. So it's kind of tough if you
Okay.
find some like hardcore loyalists who have started worshiping the deep folk sky god. Then you can throw them off with black clouds and stuff like that. They practice a sort of cloud-based form of divination.
Okay, black clouds are bad. Okay.
Because yeah, this
Is
the 13 you rolled is your knowledge roll, right?
Like there's no yes. So like there's no like Jersey Devil or like something that's like Mothman, like nothing that everybody kind of fears.
Unfortunately, when your entire nation has been in a state of civil war for the last 13 years, it's kind of tough to get freaked out about Bigfoot anymore.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
How can I draw some type of knowledge check to see how violent this situation is? How used to these individuals they are with violence?
Yeah, sure. Actually, and why don't this make it would a perception check be higher for you or a knowledge check?
No knowledge.
Do knowledge.
Way
All right,
higher.
do a knowledge check, and then we will. I'm going to describe it to you as you sort of walk through the city.
Okay, if this is a way I can spin this to make it in relation to like history and academic relationship.
I'll allow a history check. It has
Okay.
history.
So it's going to be plus 10. Okay. That is 42, 38. Okay. I succeeded by 4. Moss
Okay.
of 4.
Did you count? Don't forget your counters, by the way.
I didn't have any counters.
Oh,
from
okay.
earlier.
My bad.
No worries.
Okay, so as you walk through,
Moss of 6.
yes,
Yes, 6.
as you walk through the passport, you.
Do I have my papers?
Yes, Dahlia gave you a fresh set of papers that you can just kind of
Cool.
flash at guards, and the guards really, they're not laxed about it, but they certainly look. So everywhere you go in this city is regulated. There are checkpoints on nearly every little bridge to cross between scaffolds. As far as how violent this situation as a whole could be, it's tough to say, but this is a city under threat. You watch people a couple like scaffolds down, you see somebody getting dragged out of a bar and beat by loyalist militia. This is a violent place. This is a city that is under siege from itself because it is trapped in a constant state of paranoia. So I would say everybody is ready for violence, and more importantly, any external violence that you create, any sort of new violence that is added, runs the risk of attracting the long arm of the law. Who,
Yeah.
Last thing, I just want to keep my eye on most wanted pictures around the city and try to memorize the like highest value one, and remember how their face looks.
Is
If
AS
that
on
is
one?
okay.
You're giving me a struggle because this is
Do
something.
you want me to cognition roll it?
No, this one's gonna have to be a perception roll, unfortunately.
Okay.
Because I'll explain why depending on what your roll is.
Okay. If anyone wants to help, my perception's really bad.
Sure.
I'm gonna. My question may tie into this, so I
Mine
may
has
be
a-
able
a-
to help.
Moss of 6.
No, that unless that's a
Oh, that still doesn't make it.
with a 75 and a
Oh
moss
no,
of 6.
Moss of 6 with Kaylin helping.
Yeah, she would subtract from
I'd-
your 75. She would take you down to a 69. Nice.
Is that how that works? Okay,
Yeah.
great.
So unfortunately, no, you don't pass. You realize that them posting wanted posters represents a small security risk. It makes sense that by posting the faces of people that are supposed to be spotted,
They're giving away their information.
they're telling people who they could be telling rebels who to protect. So it's better that everybody think that everybody else is wanted.
So
Okay.
they can control the situation.
Yeah.
That's fucking smart.
They've been doing this for a good couple years now.
How long exactly, if you would like to tell us?
Well, okay. So here's kind of my question: is I was going to use my library asset,
Yeah.
which has the sign war,
Yes.
and I would like to know kind of the technological status of where we are right now and like the state of all of this, as well as if I've heard of a reason they would try to like use the Floranians, because like coming from knowing Kaylin but also knowing like a Floranian past where like they can be very aggressive, but Kaylin is very like self-assured and not particularly compliant. So like
So,
what I do think
you-
they could possibly be
Your knowledge
doing.
of war, your personal library of war, tells you that you are, or that the deep folk as a whole are some of the most intuitive and interested and like intellectually robust people in the world because of their afterlife system. They can
The deep folk?
Yeah, the deep folk, because they can keep in contact with their elders forever. So they have their equivalent of Albert Einstein in a little statue, and they can talk to him whenever they want. And so that sort of repository of knowledge has led to them having a very like science-forward society. The problem is they are incredibly resource poor. The deep folk islands way off to the northeast are super resource poor, and so Gelia is currently their main breadbasket, which is why they are so desperate to hold it, because it's the only way they can build their war machine. And so the best guess you could have for what they would use Floranians for is you don't know.
Fuck, we don't know shit.
This
No,
is
shit.
this
It's
does
very
not fit doctrine. They don't even technically practice slavery. They practice like battle slavery, where it's considered legal to take somebody who surrenders to you and put them to work, but they don't practice slavery like the Kalendin do. Like this,
You share this information with us, right?
Yeah,
Me or
Okay.
her?
I would.
AS. Okay.
so this is weird.
Yeah. Like there was no fear of this when I agreed to let them come help. You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't have done that had I.
I also thought Penelope was a Jellian rebel.
No, Penelope was a Jellian loyalist.
No, because that's
What?
why when the deep folk came
okay.
in, me and
was gonna be
Dahlia
my
were
next question.
fine up until
Oh,
for
because
some
you were
reason,
talking to a loyalist.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought of something really meta.
She was
Oh,
all
fuck.
she was all clappy because remember they showed in to go rough up the bar, and she was just excited because it was like her own personal episode of Cops. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you round a corner, and as you sort of go through checkpoints, most of the enforcers there are not deep folk. But as you round a corner, you finally reach the warehouse, and it's like this large sort of log cabin thing. Like, they barely even stripped the branches off of the trees when they built it. And so it's just basically.
Sorry. Can you just give me a detailed rundown about what deep folk look like exactly?
They look like giant bipedal sharks.
Okay. I saw Igdora. Igdora was.
Yes, you've met Igdora before.
Yes.
So pretty much the core of them is that they are tall, but they have very powerful legs, clawed hands, these giant, big, black, glassy eyes like a doll's eyes, and a huge maw of teeth that kind of, depending on regional variants, either are like anglerfish teeth, where they're like kind of all over the place, or the more sort of like blue-blooded, where like the ones who have kind of risen to prominence are ones that have like the rows of shark teeth.
Okay. Thank you.
I will text.
Do they have a specific weapon of choice typically?
Often they like guns. They're usually holding guns of some kind, specifically because guns are outlawed in their territories for non-deep folk to use. So they try to press that advantage by giving all of their soldiers usually heavy blunderbusses or heavy turret rifles that have multiple rounds.
Okay, cool.
Kaylin. When we spoke after our run in with Penelope and Dahlia for the very first time, and I was taking you back to the glade. Where would you have asked about my relationship with what I was doing? Why Dahlia didn't like me?
I mean, I kind of know Dahlia as same as me, a peacekeeper of sort. We're not a fan of violence, so I just kind of assumed, since you were in arms dealing in any kind of way, that was kind of where the animosity came from, but not specifically. No, I didn't ask.
Okay, I was just curious.
Kaylin, do you know why Penelope would be dealing Floranian bodies out of...
I just want to remind you, you are outside of the warehouse right now.
Okay, well...
Oh, are we?
Yeah, like you saw the warehouse. It's like hastily constructed, forgot to strip the leaves off the trees and all of that. Like you're there.
Is there anybody outside?
There are two guys dressed in loyalist stylings.
Can you be more specific than guys? Are they Floranian?
Jellian.
They're Jellian dudes. They're Cocoon people.
Cocoon.
Yeah.
Cocoon.
No, I would point out if there was a deep folk person.
Okay.
No, they're just dudes chilling. They're just like slapping cards down on the ground. I'd probably make you roll perception if you wanted to see their like weapons, or if they had weapons or something.
Entrances and exits that we see.
So this
just off the bat.
So now we're coming up
to roll?
Yeah, give me a perception roll for me.
20, I need to start
20,
I need to start counting my counters.
Yes,
dude.
you do.
Okay, so that was 2 for Cog before. Then we have a perception. I had a knowledge one earlier. 2, 3. That's 7. Okay.
I succeeded for weapons.
I have a moss of...
So if each of you did one thing to, like, size up.
14.
Okay, 14 for
moss of
entrances,
14.
exits. So, Aya starting with, and Deacon, what was that 32?
It was what everybody else was doing as a perception, and it was a fail.
Okay.
12.
Then I won't worry about it.
Or no, not 14. 11.
Okay, 11.
Same thing. But yeah.
So don't forget to add your counters if you did more than 10.
Yes.
But so starting with Aes, you're able to clock pretty fast. They're both holding knives, as well as having sort of belts of throwing knives available to them. Like like little rows down their chest that they can just be like. Wah, wah.
Yeah.
Then, Kaylin, you notice first off, this warehouse seems to be open to the outside, like where the other side of it would be seems to be open to the sea, to the harbor. So you might even go so far to say that that Dahlia's original intel was less than perfect. This isn't a warehouse, it's a dry dock.
Okay.
Don't dry docks have a broken bottom and that it just goes down into the water where the boats can just come on and be covered?
So you can the dry dock is something that you can flood and drain so that you can work on the keel of the boat.
So it has access to water.
Yes. Because then you would let that out of the dry dock and let it in.
I'm just gonna look up a picture of the dry dock.
Okay. But yeah, this looks more. You may remember a dry dock in the popular film Les Miserables, starring Hugh Jackman and Russell Crowe.
Okay, this is much different than what I was expecting.
Oh,
Okay.
I see.
So is there a ship in there?
You can't
Or-
tell; it's covered over.
The entire thing's covered over?
On our
Also,
side,
wait. Googling dry dock in the modern sense is going to get you the things fitted to like work on modern battleships.
I have a better...
and container ships. That's not. We're not dealing
I'll
with those
send it-
sizes. Don't send it in the
Is it-
Discord. It will screw up my recording.
Oh, sorry.
Ah.
That's fine.
You said that right as I was doing that. I apologize.
I wanted
Okay.
to ask if there was a building with easy view
That is close
to the warehouse.
There are a couple buildings. Yes,
That look
there's
abandoned?
a building. Not abandoned, but they're like, a smooth tongue could probably get you in there.
Into the warehouse.
Into the building across the way from the warehouse.
Oh, okay.
Stake it out.
So there's an opening to the sea. Is there an opening by where the guards are standing on the side nearest us?
Yes, they're in front of a door.
Okay, just a regular door.
Yeah.
How are we positioned? How obvious or inobvious can we be right now? Are we in a bush?
At your space, you are not. You're not hidden in a bush so much as like you're just kind of around a corner.
Okay. How obvious is it going to be that you are a sole Floranian person where they are keeping Floranians? Like, what's keeping them from just grabbing you?
Well, I'm trying to avoid that by getting past them.
Do you have a plan as to how you're going to sneak in?
I've just gotten here. No. Do you have a plan?
I mean, I'm thinking that maybe we talk about it.
Guys, I think that if we can get into the building across the way here, we can at least keep an eye on it and play in there. And then we're not out in the open. We can see it.
I would like a little cover. That would be nice. The sun is horrible.
Can't you stand in the sun?
I can, but I don't like it.
Okay.
The building. Is there anybody outside of it or no?
Just those two guys. Or the other building?
The other one.
No, it looks like apartments.
Apartments.
So maybe like a door guy.
No, they're not the kind of neighborhoods that have dry docks across the way do not have door guys.
Yeah. Okay, so it's like kind of the Skid Row a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little messy.
Okay.
I'm gonna, before we go anywhere, I want to just kind of place both my hands on the ground and try to feel for any magic.
I would actually be great at getting into a building, especially where people are poor and might be in need of some religious guidance.
All right, let's so let's resolve Kaylin's thing, and then let's take a mini break for peeing. So Kaylin, you notice no infernal magics, no nothing out of the ordinary other than the sort of natural. And again, saying magics referring to the anything like external out of this world. So there's nothing involving external magics.
No candy ladies.
No
nothing like
candy ladies. No fire demons. No shadow people. It is.
These are just terrible people doing a terrible thing.
As far as you can tell, yeah.
Okay.
So it's. Yep. So let's take a quick pause for those of us that need to take a pee, and then we will be back shortly.
All right. What?
You don't agree?
I was gonna say I think that Kaylin should be a tree.
Are you outside?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
I could disguise myself as a tree.
How are you going to get a tree to roost in, or like to take root on a
docked city?
What is the?
Can you melt?
Is there
moss?
no natural life around us?
There's seaweed and shit. Like they
There's a
weird
swamp.
dystopian harbors dedicated to extracting the entire material wealth of a country do not take time to plan tree emplacements.
So there's no
It's
natural
like-
life, really.
No, other than the dead ass trees that are like shoved there.
It's like bubonic plague level era London vibe.
Sure, yeah, I guess. I'll
Okay.
take it, I guess.
So,
Are there dead trees?
What are you thinking?
Oh,
Are
there's
there
tons
dead
of
trees?
there's tons of like dead things. Like I said, the warehouse itself, it still has like branches on it.
If I can try to disguise myself against the building
I think that
and
is
sneak around, that would be great.
I think that is perfectly valid. So,
I just want to like get past the two guards and hide up against the fucking wall of it, you know.
Do we feel confident going back in to this game, or
I feel like we
No.
have no other way to be.
okay? Kaylin,
I think what you guys should do is go to the apartments, try to get some info, and then come back out, meet up with me, distract the guards, help me in, kind of thing.
2 questions. Katerina, how much of a silly, goofy mood are you in right now?
Maybe a lot.
Alright, I fucking knew you were in a silly, goofy mood, and I'm in like a dead ass serious.
If I
mood.
need to bonk the two guards together to get in, I'll do it. That's fine. It's two guards playing cards. They're not really like,
I
charged
don't-
up right now.
Like I was saying,
Kaylin, how are
I
you
don't
going
think
to
that
get
we have
out?
to get in right now. I don't think
No.
that this is it. So
No.
I think just keep an eye on everything. Try to
Mm-hmm.
listen to as much as you can, and then
Yeah.
But don't go in.
here's my final thought. We go into this game guns blazing right now. Deacon, you start looking for empty rooms, and if somebody thinks that you're sus, you go, well, I'm looking for people to preach the word to.
Yeah.
I start walking around going, I'm looking for to see if I can move here. Shit's fucked, yo. And try to get other information from people. More like what
Okay.
Megan was saying.
Yeah.
I'm
I
down.
think-
I'm down. I'm
and
down
I'm
to
just
go
gonna,
about this.
I'm gonna try to lay low while eavesdropping. Is really my main
Are we
thing.
splitting? Then we're
We
okay
may have to
splitting up a little bit.
Yes.
Yes.
You and I are
Right?
splitting up in the
Okay.
same building.
I'm
we're splitting up.
staying outside.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
all right. So in that case, I'm going to need starting with Lyra slash Kaylin. I'm going to need I'm going to need to start off what is your? Where are you planning to post up? Like close to them?
I'm assuming next to us is just like other rows of buildings,
Yes.
right?
Like, are you in view of them?
Currently, no.
Well, are you planning on posting up in view of them?
I would rather not be seen.
Okay.
If for some reason I fuck up a roll and get spotted, I'm gonna try to talk my way out of it enough to where I can just bonk them time to a pole. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's kind of.
All right. So
I'd rather not do it, but if it happens, it happens.
in that case, I'm going to start with the other two, as you have the highest potential for escalation right now. So, Deacon and Aes, you sneak into the building. Or not the warehouse. Or you walk into the building. Sorry, brain tired. You walk into the building, and it's a dingy, like, walk-up apartment building. It's only, like, 3 stories tall. But there seems to be 2 apartments on every floor.
I'll start taking out the little bag of quartz and just slowly sprinkling it down on the ground as we walk.
As
I'm
you,
gonna head up to a higher floor.
Okay. You're doing this on the first
I'll
floor,
follow.
Deacon?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're starting on the first floor. AS is going up to...
Yeah, I'll stay around the first floor and do it around the first floor, kind of like I'm making assault.
So where you are now,
Protection
you
circle.
technically have view of the building where you are.
Moi?
Yes, you. Because you can look through the front door of the building. So for that, Dee, can you start doing that? And you start muttering some prayer. And a door opens.
Sanguis lava supervos. I am Deacon Edicus.
Door slams shut.
Peace be with you. And I will continue on.
Okay, do you go up a level or?
I will actually stay down this level. I'll do one more circle, and try to listen to what's going on in the doorway that just closed.
Okay. Give me a perception roll.
That always goes well. It's a moth of 5.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as it usually is, but it is still sucks.
That apartment is dead silent. Completely silent.
Okay. I will sit down, and I will grab a tuft of my oh god, what do I want to do? I'll just grab the same quartz and just do a little ring around the door itself.
Okay, I'm gonna leave you.
And I will try to cast some type of magic to try to hear how many heartbeats
Okay.
are in the room.
Give me those 3 rolls.
Okay.
Real fast.
There are 2 apartments on every floor, including this first floor.
Yes.
Okay, so the other apartment may be empty.
You haven't had.
We don't know.
So Ace, what floor are you on while Deacon's working through this?
How many floors are there?
3.
3? I'll go all the way up.
So up on the 3rd floor, 2 apartments, one on the left, one on the right. Where do you go?
Would they both be facing the outside? Like, would I be able to see
yes.
the warehouse from both?
So yeah, you walk up a stairway and there's a door over here and a door here. So you're up the stairway and then you can either go here or here.
I'll go towards the right first and see if I hear anything, like, if I hear life on the other side of the door.
Give me a perception roll.
Oh. No.
Real quick, Deacon, what's going on with those rolls?
Just the 3. Those are the 3 source, form, target.
Yeah, so it's the 21, 89, and 32.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm writing down my. It's all against endurance, right?
Yes. Or no, no. It's endurance for the source roll,
Endurance for the source. I have that.
cognition or knowledge for the swarm roll, and then since you're trying to cast it on a person, it would be connection for your targeting.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Just give me a second.
Yep. All right, Aes, in the meantime, you hear nothing that sounds like life going on
I
from
go to the
inside
other door.
Perception roll.
Oh, 57.
So that apartment's occupied. There's somebody
apartment's
actively
occupied.
cleaning pots in that apartment. You can hear it. You can even hear the sound of like crackling of a fire. Like somebody's got a fireplace going.
Do I think it would be? Oh, okay. Yeah, my goal was to talk to somebody.
Okay.
So I'm gonna knock and see if they hear me.
Okay. You knock, and almost immediately, someone comes to the door, and behind it is a woman probably about your age, but next to her is a child, probably about 4 or 5, and in her arms is a baby. Can I help you?
Hi.
Oh, I should mention she doesn't open the door all the way. She opens it like to the chain.
Yeah, just so you can see.
Yeah.
I am looking to. My building has been destroyed, and I am looking to move, and I'm just looking for opinions about this area. I know it's right next to the dock, and do you have any opinions about living here?
What's the Zillow rating?
She like looks taken aback and is a bit confused for a second. It's no better than any other place. I'm gonna go now, and she like starts like closing the door. She's like more confused than anything. People don't normally ask about like this neighborhood.
Yeah.
So she's like, I don't, this is a government thing. Bye. And
Okay.
closes the door up.
Yeah, okay. That was weird. I'll knock on the other door, I guess. Are there like peepholes in the
No.
source?
No.
No?
So you knock on the door and it nobody comes. So Deacon, swapping back to you real fast.
Okay. So my source roll was a Moss of 16.
Okay.
My form roll was a Moth of 45.
Okay.
And my targeting roll was a Moss of 4.
Okay. So you've done this heartbeat tracking spell before, and unfortunately sometimes it does go wrong. Sometimes it picks up other bodily processes, but none of them are as easy to track as a heartbeat. Because, a heartbeat kind of everything moves at its own pace. So what you managed to do is put a pall over yourself. You start tracking I don't know what that was.
Is that you?
That's cats.
It's coming from Cat.
Wait, is there something around your mic, Kat?
No?
It's a ghost.
It goes.
What was the sound?
That was weird.
It was
like somebody
blowing.
was
It was like somebody
breathing.
was breathing.
Ironically,
yeah.
the spell was going to track breaths.
Ghost.
So the spell, you become able to hear the breathing and you begin to hear breathing.
How fast is it?
It's fairly slow, but there's a wheeze to it. You are also able to hear it. So you pretty much what happens is you get it directionally, like so wherever you're pointing, you
Beep, beep, beep,
yeah,
beep,
like
beep. Okay. And I'm facing in front of the door. So is it facing towards the door? Is the breathing, wheezing coming from the door?
yeah, from the door at the moment.
Okay. I will politely knock. Excuse me, this might come off strange to you, but I know you're in there, and I don't want you to be scared. I have a way to heal that awful wheeze. If you'd allow me to come in.
Give me a connection roll.
Yes, that's a success.
All right.
By like 15.
Okay. So the door
14?
opens a crack, and we're gonna cut away to Kaylin. Kaylin, I need a dex check for me.
Okay. Is there anything I can kick? I don't know what I'm doing.
This is your dex check to sneak.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Can I use disguise?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you could like kind of make yourself look like one of the walls of the warehouse.
You mean she can't use flower arranging for this?
Okay.
36.
So 36. That's a moss of, with my counters. That's 29. It's like 17. Moss of 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you managed to sneak up pretty quickly, and you're up against there. And
Let me
you can
scratch off my tear.
You can even hear the guards talking a little bit.
Oh, sick. What they saying? What's the T?
So guard I'm going to designate as guard A. It says, yeah, I saw them once. Those Baumann. The guard
what?
Baumann. It's German for tree.
Tree person.
Tree, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the guy goes, yeah, of course we saw them all. They all got caught in there. Yeah, but like I saw them. Like I walked up to them. What did they say? They didn't say anything. They just clutched their hand stump at me. Just looked like I didn't do it. I wasn't the one who cut it off, but they acted like I was.
Their hands?
So, I actually, Caleb, I'm gonna make you. How do you? Oh, I kind of want to make you roll discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah,
roll,
that would make
roll
sense.
discipline.
Oh.
Well, that's not good.
Wait, 57.
Oh!
That's our lucky number.
It's
That's our lucky number. That's our lucky number.
Yeah.
So 57. You managed to contain the indignation.
Oh, but I have slight
Yeah.
spines starting to grow.
Yeah, they. I don't understand. They just looked at me like it was my fault, but it wasn't. Like I didn't do it. That was the boss. I know, very rude of them, very inconsiderate. Regardless, yeah, they were strangely pretty though. It's a shame. It's a shame how horrible they looked. I think, say in another world, they would be quite beautiful. Yeah. And then
Christian, I know I'm not here, but I have a question. Are we establishing pronouns of said boss?
what did I
'Cause I
say?
would like to know.
What did I say?
You said them.
Did I give the boss pronouns?
You said them.
Just them, they,
I thought
them.
about like in reference to the boss.
Yes.
I guess then if that's what I said, then yeah.
Okay.
Then yeah, they them on boss.
Rockstar.
Okay.
I don't know. Did not think my sentence was structured that way, but okay. Yeah, it's the guy's about to say something. Like he starts like getting into like he gets that like glassy look on his eye of like, are these baddies? But then as he's about to, the other guy plays a card. Scheiß. How did you get that? There should only be 4 aces in this deck. Yeah, reach out for the deck. They start like going off about something else as like the guy was about to start musing about things. AS, when you knocked on that door, there was no sound, but the door opened slightly.
What are you
I won't.
doing?
I have Fritos all over my hand, so I like to clean. That's fine.
Work.
I don't need this from you.
Hey, I'm in full support of you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I'm going to like knock again twice, but to like push the door a little bit each time.
It opens and it is an entirely empty apartment, but you have a beautiful view of the warehouse.
Oh, I'm in there. I'm in there.
Sick.
You can even see like a window up at the top. Could you make a perception, or if you would like, you can make a perception check to try to see inside the window. It's like a window to provide light, so the warehouse is kind of shaped like a pole barn, but there's like a
normal words.
It's shaped like a long barn, like a barn that's just kind of like propped up by poles.
Okay.
And there's like a window there that's like obviously there to provide some type of. It's obviously there to provide some type of light into the space.
Yeah. So
What time
I
of
did
day
roll.
is it?
It's daytime.
Yeah, but like what?
It's like midday.
Like noon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is a failure, but I would like. Can I use navigation for this?
Sure. I think because looking at the tops of ships and stuff makes sense.
Sure. Okay. So I'll use my tier 2 in navigation, which is a D8. D8. Sorry, it's been a minute.
51.
Then I will use my tier 1 in navigation as well.
Okay, 1.
1.
Taking it down to 1. Proud of you. As you look out the window, you see something in the other window. Anyway, so Deacon, the door opens just a crack.
Wait.
You are awful. You are a terrible
She
person.
sees what?
She sees what? Something catches her eye in the window.
In the window out of the apartment that she's
In the window into the thing.
You asked if I was in a silly, goofy mood. Christian is in a silly, goofy mood, and he's being rude with it.
I'm just a silly little guy.
Just a slippery
talk to
little
this
guy
nice
when I'm
little
covered in
NPC.
grease.
Hello, nice little NPC. How can I help you today?
You are a strange person. Why are you here?
I am meaning to spread the word of the way of the inner voice, but I think I have found a greater meaning here. What is your name?
The person just kind of like pokes his head out, and it's like an older guy. Is there something better you could be doing with your time?
Oh.
Is there?
You made a mess of the floor. Somebody has to go clean that. Think about your actions.
you'd like
And then he slams the door closed again on you. I'm gonna cut over back to Aes now. The thing you realize as you're looking out the window, getting more and more intense. There is no
What was that cut away, Christian?
there is no
Silly
ship
goofy.
in the dry dock. It's empty. You should be able to see masts, and they should have ways to tow it out, but you can't. In fact, the thing that catches your eye is the light of the water reflecting off of the ceiling.
They've already been moved. They've already been moved. They've already been moved.
To where?
You need to do something about this.
I need to do something about this. I go get Deacon, and I go to the warehouse. Deacon,
You
we
just
have
see
to.
Deacon collecting little bits of quartz on the ground. Shits.
Deacon, not important. They've already
Yes.
been moved. They've already been moved.
The floor.
We have to go. And I just like grab your arm. Come on.
I'm throwing a pamphlet at the door and running.
At this, Kaylin, you can, from your position, you can't see them. But the guys are just sitting in front of the warehouse, chilling. You can't see the chaos that AS and Deacon are about to go through.
They're saying nothing else.
They're just talking about bullshit, just like.
No, we want you to RP a little bit of the
I know.
bullshit. Just
Well, just a little bit.
keep you on your toes.
Yeah, so like I don't know. It's a different. Personally, I think since the deep folk invaded, the lager has been worse. They've been using more fillers, and it's really taken away from the beer culture of the whole thing. And honestly, I think they burn the malts.
I'm
too
gonna
much.
try to.
There you fucking go. You
sneak
want to
around.
fucking.
I wanna sneak
I loved that.
to the
I
other
ate it
side.
up.
Okay.
Can I see if I can just walk across the wall to the back entrance and see if I can see a ship, water? Is it dry? Like what? Like I'm not getting anything from these guys, and I'm getting antsy because AS and Deacon haven't come out.
As you
I just kind of want to, alongside the building.
as you shimmy,
Very
shimmy, shake.
chameleon. Yeah.
A quick pause. Just so I understand what happened and I'm on the same page as everyone else. The mast of this ship that the Floranians were said to be on or whatever is now missing.
all
The
AS
entire building is. There's no ship.
There's no boat
There's
in.
not-
They flooded the dry dock, so
We completely missed. Okay.
AS took that as the ship's gone, the boat has left.
Okay. Okay.
As you sort of shimmy your way around to the side, you see that the doors to this closed dry dock are open, and the water is fully into the thing. So it's just wide open. If you wanted to, you could probably jump down and swim into the space.
I'm a very bad swimmer.
Oh right, we did give you that. Yeah.
Wait, is that your? Do you have an event that makes you a bad swimmer?
I have landlubber.
Landlubber.
I do not do well in water. Don't make me go in water.
Oh, we're screwed.
Yeah. But if I could,
This isn't the underwater episode.
no. I hope not, because I'll be really bad. the whole
Did I
time.
fucking call it? Shut up. I did.
Medium.
Okay, so can I don't hear anything, right? Should I do I need another perception? Okay. Fucking butts. If feasibly physically possible, can I do some of my little stretchy, but as I kind of peek around, can I make my face be more like seaweed type, something to kind of match it, like getting down low towards the water and just like creep around very gross, icky, like
Sure.
seaweed-ish.
I'm imagining you going like full plant spider on the wall.
Yeah,
Like,
that's kind of
scuttling in.
like
Ew.
vine-ish, but it's seaweed.
I'm gonna ask for a dex check to sort of negotiate you doing
Grip
this
around.
without,
Flowing in the water.
Kalen seaweed arc.
62.
I have what, 7 counters. That brings that down to 55.
I'm gonna
and
text
that's
you,
46.
Katarina.
Can I use flower arranging or no?
Sure.
I don't know when else I would use this.
Get crazy.
So
Get crazy.
if that's a 52,
That's a 52.
That would pass.
That passes?
Yeah.
All right. So you sort of like you just scuttle around and you look over and you see there's an office with a light on, but also you see a metal cage completely empty off the side of the dry dock.
Fuck. They're not there. Fuck.
It's time to get Ben 10 in this bitch.
Office size. Is it sized for one human or multiple?
It's multiple. Like, this is the kind of thing that you would probably use for, like, large livestock.
No, the office.
Oh, the office? It's like, yeah, you could fit, like, a couple people. Like, it's probably for, like a couple, yeah, like, not a ton, but a few.
And there's no window to this office.
There's window, but you can't really see much into it at the angle you're at. It's meant to look out over the dry dock. It's probably more like, I guess an office is a bad word. It's more like an engineer's roost would be the,
Yeah.
like, it's a place for somebody who
Like,
knows shipbuilding to, like, sit there and be like, they're putting that wrong. Ah.
I'm, quite frankly, quite pissed as Kaylin and upset and frustrated. How deep is the water leading into this?
6 inches.
1 second, I have to go look up the friggin'.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
Do I have access to my boat as an asset?
Did we break your little game, silly little GM? Did you not think we thought of this?
Oh, I
Oh,
accounted
does this mean
for
I
it.
shouldn't have done this? Oh, does this mean that I pulled the wrong card?
Your boat would cause chaos.
Well, I don't know. We have much choice.
If
So the
it
problem
shows up.
is,
Yeah.
last we checked, your boat was several miles off the coast of somewhere else, like right on the Kalendon border.
Unless I go.
I don't. It's not Oppo. You cannot just make a little whistle and get it. No. If only you
But
knew
it does
some.
have a chopper.
If only you knew something that was very adept at great distances.
Boris?
We have your
Will-
horse.
Will Boris take
Boris.
me to my boat?
Boris has a little dinghy.
Boris has a little dinghy. We all can.
We go
Boris
on
does
Boris's
have a little dinghy.
Is this
Boris
not what
has
you
a
wanted us to
dinghy.
pick?
Did
You don't want us to go
Boris
on a little
has
dinghy
a
with a
dinghy.
tiny goat, a tiny horse.
Hang on. Let's hang the fuck on both of you. Go deal with the Kalen thing. Kalen, I would say from
We're
the
so
position
annoying.
you're in, you could probably just kind of like hook your way over into the thing since you're already like half vertical.
I would really love, in this order, if I can. Kaylin is beyond pissed at this point and is out for blood. So she would like to continue her creepy, terrifying little crawl into the warehouse, crawl up like a little sea creature. Were the guys sitting directly in front of the door?
So you'd be at the back of the warehouse compared to where they are.
No, I know.
Yeah, they're like directly in front of the door.
So if I were to feasibly open the doors very fast, would it bonk them real hard?
Yeah, you get a good bonk.
I would like to try to do that.
How big? How long is
You
the
like my
warehouse?
picture?
Oh, I didn't look.
Oh, that's fucked up. That's a fucked up little picture of you.
That is going to be us. We're going
Going to
river
be
rafting
us.
on this bitch.
So as you like scuttle in there and you like get on, you walk past the cage. In the cage are 1 second. I have to 24 individual Floranian hands.
Are you shitting my butt right now?
They're just piled up in a little corner of the cage. Actually, sorry, 23. One of them is
Do
missing.
I see a bag that I could feasibly make a backpack out of? I understand that I have minimalist, but I would take the burden of carrying things in this instance.
Where are we?
Can you just consume them?
I respect the
Can
hustle.
can I consume them?
Can I consume
Okay, you're sounding every
Can
day.
I?
You're sounding more like me.
You know what I mean?
okay,
Can I?
plant
No,
deacon.
like hollowed out the belly,
Cellulose
stuffed
deacon.
all the hands in it.
Like, how does that work with organic matter?
Everyone's jealous of my character design, huh?
Is that as easy as like putting a human hand on a you know what I mean? Like, is that or
It's-
can
No,
or
they
is
like
it-
so no. That you cannot just like assimilate
okay?
your people.
Damn.
This is so stupid. How?
I just asked
What
if
is
it
the
could
fucking
dance.
Floranian hand? They're plants, right? So can you just walk me through how a plant hand can get chopped off and not just regrow? Can they do that? Like what are
Grant, how long does it take a tree to grow?
Okay,
it takes a sec,
I wanted to be rooted in reality here.
and they're
Alright.
stumps.
You want
And
to
they
be rooted?
basically have little stumps.
I feel very rooted right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
So is the cage open?
Cage is
Mind
wide
you-
open. Yeah.
Is there like a knapsack, a potato bag, or something that I can toss these little?
I don't mean to laugh.
Fuckers
it's really,
in.
It's really fucked up, but your tone is very amusing. Give me fuck, man. Give me a cog roll real fast. Plus 10, because they probably got some shit around.
Cog plus 10. That passes with my counters.
Okay.
That's a 30. Yeah, it passes.
Okay, so yeah, you
I don't
find
wanna
like
do
a
math.
potato sack. Yeah, actually,
Sick
I'll go so far as to
nasty.
say you find a backpack, but on you it looks tiny, like one of those like little fashion
Yes.
backpacks.
I'm stuffing these hands in there, and I'm taking them with me.
She got the hands.
I will only collect organic matter this whole game.
Can he get in
it.
there so that I can start doing investigative combat?
So you,
Wait, are the doors gonna? Is Kaylin gonna bonk them?
I want to bonk.
so the
these
two of
guys.
you run down and out. Kaylin, I just need you to make a might roll.
That's fine.
Yes!
I want to knock
Yes!
these bitches out.
Oh, one!
Yes!
I'm fine if the doors.
You do not
if
realize
the
what you have
doors,
done.
if the
This is
doors
Kaylin's
rip off
episode.
and kill them, that's fine. Can the doors rip
doors
off
rip
and
off.
murder them?
Is that the damage to the door?
I want him to be crushed like a little
Please
bug.
roleplay this, please.
I'm so
I
excited.
need it
I
in my
need
life.
it.
I need this.
So Kaylin is so angry. Kaylin does not just go push open the door. She just kicks it down. Only one guard was directly in front of the door, and as
I'll
he
get
is
him.
there, he is just crunched
Good.
that second. And
Murder.
then the other guy is so frightened.
He runs into
Um,
the sea.
One second,
No.
I need.
No, I'm getting
Into
him.
the sea.
I'm
If he
getting
tries
him.
to run away, I'll try to grab him.
I'm getting him.
He.
I will go after this man.
I'll try to help you
He
too.
stumbles backwards, falls on his butt, and is just.
Can I punch his head straight in? I will take hand damage.
Okay.
I wanna
Is he the
smush
one
him like
who
a
felt
watermelon.
Bad about the hands.
I don't care.
Give
I
me,
want to smush him like a watermelon.
Give me another. Honestly, no, I'm not gonna worry
it.
about it because I rolled a 20.
I rolled a 1.
on a
I
damage
rolled a
die,
1.
and you rolled a 1 on the damage die. I'm not gonna sweat whatever you do in the second time.
Let me squish him like a
you
bug.
punch him so fucking hard it immediately
Mm-hmm.
collapses his sinuses, crushes his
We don't
nose.
need him for information, I guess.
And he, like, if he isn't dead yet, he is like there. The skull fragments just need to work their way into his brain.
Can I
before he's
strangle
dead.
him and can I strangle him and look at him
okay.
in the eye?
I'll
Just kidding.
rip.
I can't do that. I can't do that.
I want to
No.
push. I'll kind of try to grab Kaylin's hands off of him, and say back, Kaylin, breathe, and I will take the man's body and I'll drag him inside the warehouse so he's not in the middle of the street.
Can I grab? I'm just gonna grab onto Deacon's whatever cloak, or I don't know what it's called.
Sticarion.
There's still quietly, as if I didn't just make a giant scene. There's still someone in there, most likely. Be prepared for them to come out. And then I'm dropping it.
Once Deacon to Kaylin, I just went inside immediately.
Yeah. Okay, so AS would be the first person in the building because I'm dragging the guy behind us.
So as that happens, a guy comes out of the
Office.
Oh crap! 1 second. Sorry.
There was an office. I forgot about the office.
A guy comes out of the office, and he's holding like a sort of curved sword.
I'm coming in like the Hulk.
Well, AS is there first. AS, you
behind.
see him, and so I'm going to ask you advantage or damage.
Oh, we're going for advantage.
All right, I have to roll for him. Push.
Ooh!
Or is that a fail for you?
No, it's a success.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah,
Awesome one.
you get the advantage. Then you have the advantage. At this point, Kaylin, you've just come in. You've just joined the fight. Advantage or damage. So actually, I will say, unless you have something ranged or have something you can throw, you can only roll advantage because he's kind of further away.
I have nothing I can throw besides hands, and I don't feel like throwing those.
Catch these hands.
God. What is it against? Like, what am I? What is my?
You're rolling
measure.
Whatever. In this case, you'd be rolling like your glaive or the handbag,
which is a what weapon?
Ew.
A dex.
Ew,
you'd be
dex.
rolling dexterity.
Oh yeah, that's a moss of so many.
All right, so
Is this just looking like a regular Jellian guy?
So this guy comes down. He's wearing loyalist clothes. He's holding like a curved sword. Ace, Kaylin, you get the advantage. You have additional 1 counter. Ace, you just rolled that second.
Is there only
46.
One guy that's come out?
Yeah, it's just one dude.
Oh fuck yeah! I'm gonna beat this guy to a pulp.
Ace, what was that for? Advantage or damage? That 46.
I rolled for advantage on Kaylin's turn.
Oh, that was your roll for advantage on Kaylin's turn. Okay, so now it is
actually
cycling round to... Oh, I have to roll for Guy. Yeah, Guy doesn't... I just need to say, Guy has rolled 95, 82, 69. My man is not having a good day.
Is there a rope
probably
nearby?
Probably.
Okay.
Wait, are
cool.
you gonna hang this man?
AS, you're...
No, I wanna immobilize.
You're up.
Wait, no. Look at your text.
AS, you're up. Roll. Advantage or damage.
What are the non-lethal options for damage?
You could stun, you could immobilize, or you could cripple.
I would like to immobilize.
Cripple does not guarantee that he is...
Talk.
Right, that he won't, I would like to roll to stun him.
Okay. And are you gonna... Or what weapon are you using for this? Your gun?
My hunting knife.
Oh, your hunting knife. Okay, so
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I think at this point you've probably closed the gap.
The hilt.
Yeah. So give me a roll.
Yes! That's a successful double. Yes!
Okay. Doubles on success would beat him. That was his first success all game. Poor boy. He runs up and bop him on the head. Roll your damage die to tell me how many rounds he's supposed to be stunned for.
Oh. My damage die is 1, 4.
Lyra, you can keep this man alive if you want, and we can corroborate sources.
Plus.
I want info before I murder this man.
And I cash in my counters on this damage.
Yes.
So
Your counters go
one
away.
1d4 4 plus 8, 12 plus 7. So that would be 19.
He is considered helpless for 19 rounds. With that time,
Beautiful.
you are able to do whatever you want to him.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
I'd like to tie him up pretty good.
There's rope in here.
Okay.
I'm not going to make you roll cog to find rope.
It's
in
a boat place.
Yeah, there's place.
Where
There's boats,
in a
there's
dock.
rope.
Facts.
In that meantime, Deacon had, put the still alive man in the corner of the building, tied him up, and then tried to bring the body of the dead guy under the.
I did just
back
for
inside.
clarification's sake. The still alive guy is only the still alive guy for a few more minutes. Kalen has
Throw him in the
basically.
cage.
Kalen has.
I've ensured his death.
It's only a matter of time till his teeth get to his lungs.
Okay.
But yes, you can drag the.
I'll just
squish.
clean up the scene and leave that guy on the
Yeah.
side if you're saying he's in that bad a situation. And then I will make my way over to the cage with the man and shut him in it.
Oh, there is a cage. That makes sense. You don't even need to use rope. Um,
Yeah, but he might have a key, you know?
That's fair.
I'll check him out for a key or whatever. And then I'll make my way over to them.
Okay. So you put Broken Face Man in the cage? Okay.
I'll put both
Okay.
if you want. if you let
Broken
me.
Face and Squish Man are in the cage, and they've got they have Office Man.
We have Office Man tied up.
Yep. Yes, Kaylin.
I would like to very, very intimidatingly just kind of he's tied up, correct?
Yeah.
The other guy's just probably almost dying in the corner. I would like to literally on my hands and knees crawl over this man, pin him to the ground when I interrogate him.
Okay.
I want to strike the fear of every god into this
Hey,
man because I am
roll-
very, very upset.
Roll might plus 20.
Can I search the office?
I will.
Yeah.
I will.
That's a success with my counters.
AS, do you want to do investigative combat for that? Okay. Then, yeah, I mean, I assume you wake him up and he wakes up to scary tree lady horror face.
Investigative combat is cog, right?
Perception.
I'm
Perception.
I'm going to take as I enter into the office. I'll put my hand on your shoulder.
No, we're not in the office. We're in the cage. Office is separate.
I thought the cage wasn't
No.
very big.
No, it's like for
I know.
holding large.
We're in
It held.
we're
There's a cage?
interrogating
Held
this
all the
man in the
fluids.
cage.
Yes.
He's still tied up.
I'm interrogating him in the cage.
Okay.
You can go up to the office.
Sorry,
that's fine.
Sorry, just a second. I figured that the cage was hanging from the ceiling.
No.
Okay. So I don't know why my. Okay, so it's a cage on the side of the door. I'll walk over to Kaylin and I'll put my hand on your shoulder while you're in, torturing this man. And I'll look to you. And for the first time, you see Deacon take you in and say, I understand where you're coming from, Kaylin, and I will let you do whatever you need. But first, you must breathe and take in this moment. Please. It is the correct thing to do.
You see some of the spines that have shot out of her back grow smaller as she breathes in.
Kaylin, you are not like this. This is not you. You are more than this trauma. Don't let it consume you.
I'm
This
just
man
gonna-
will meet his fate.
I'm just going to shrug you
I
off.
promise you that.
She's just going to, like, gently, not aggressively.
Kaylin, I would love nothing more than to help you torture this man. I would. Let us share this together. But let me educate you.
I was getting worried. I was like, this is a really aggressive face turn for Deacon.
Yeah.
I was hoping. I was just like, when's he gonna start
No,
peeling skin off? What happened to my
Let
Deacon
me
in the last
educate you.
month of play?
And I'll say that to you.
I
What
do
you
not
think?
need religion right now. I need answers. And the only
you will
one
get
who can
them.
give me these answers are this disgrace of a creature in front of me.
He's just whimpering underneath you. He's just very, like, impotently crying.
Good.
This man is feeble, yes, and you understand deeply the power dynamic that is present. But you must first truly understand that this man very much might not have the lives of your friends in his palm, in his control. His fate is decided. You will decide his fate. His debt is paid. Find peace in that. And follow that. Okay?
She's just gonna nod.
Okay. And I think this would be a cool moment, but I would like to educate her on how to torture this man.
She will not listen to you right now. She's very one track. She
Well,
wants
but
to know
she-
where her
she-
friends are.
So if I could offer the suggestion of Deacon could probably show her how to keep him alive and in pain as long as possible.
That is exactly what I meant.
Oh, okay.
Deacon
I thought you meant.
I
I
am-
thought you were trying to get me to back down.
No.
Okay.
I am
Okay.
just trying to make sure you are thinking about the power that torture has over someone, and it becomes addictive.
We
Okay.
have finally found a use for my least favorite specialty, the torture specialty.
Torture.
I fucking hate
you-
that thing.
Okay. Well, then I would back
basically
into
to
RP.
understand.
Okay. Back into RP. She's gonna stay holding
How
him
would-
down, but turn to Deacon, as if he's merely a bug under her hand. If you have a better way of keeping him contained while getting the information I need out of him, I would greatly appreciate your help, as this is not my specialty.
Well, the best way to torture someone is make sure you have two instead of one, because the more the merrier. What would be best is we got another guard alive, and we could corroborate stories.
We have this one. And I point to the one who's just
Yeah, he's
mesh
dead now.
I guess I'll have to do.
face.
Just rolled
Yeah.
him. He chokes out one more like weak breath and then just slumps down dead.
Well, we have one.
I will begin to take out Satoxi and shine it above his face, inspecting it, and point it down at him and say, "You obviously know what you've done, and you know the price you have to pay. There is no use battling me now. Us now."
I'm gonna pause really fast. Gonna swap over to Aeus and do the investigative combat as
Please.
his screams sort of echo out. And for the record, this guy is a bald Kokutan guy with loyalist tattoos and a big old robust mustache.
Nice. Cut his mustache.
I shudder from inside the office. I hate this.
In the office, you locate. You are with that 11. You're able to find a couple decent things. Notably, you find receipts written from Penelope, or towards Penelope. Just dealing with the sort of payment of all of this. You also discover that the boat is indeed headed for the Deep Folk homelands, home isles, and importantly, that the deep folk General Odd will also be arriving on this boat because this trade that Penelope had was between her and General Odd, and he intends to offer them as a gift to the head of the deep folk. Which where is the... I wish I remembered the name of the deep folk head.
Commander Belmore? Or no?
No, this is a guy.
Like the chief?
This is the no.
The guy who explicitly hates me?
No, this is like the head of the entire deep folk. Like he is going to talk to their president, the Hathor. This is for the Hathor, the highest office in the entire. Like he intends. He intends to offer them to the head. So pretty much once they get there, it may be impossible, short of declaring war on on the deep folk, to get them out. But you overall, the office is just kind of poorly organized. These guys seem like just thugs, but the ship itself, it looks like a military ship.
In terms of like well-staffed many cannons, or
in terms of like trained individuals, it's a fast ship too. You'd have to figure out when it left, but whenever it did, so
it probably doesn't have any like cannons on it because they have to be light in order to be fast.
There's probably some cannons, but there's less cannons than would probably be appropriate for a ship of this rating. So, cutting over, yeah. So that's about what you find in there. Cutting over to Kaylin and Deacon. How do we torture this guy?
Kaylin, can you produce the most vicious, horrendous, poisonous plant that you know of?
Not without infecting both you and Aeus. No.
Maybe something that was contained within, like a berry or some type of liquid. That way it doesn't get in the air or something like that. Hello?
Is Christian?
Yes.
Is mistletoe canon to exist in this world?
Yeah, probably. Mistletoe's native to North America, right?
I believe so.
I'd assume so.
Let me check. British Isles. It's not native to North America. Yeah, screw it. It is. It's native enough. There's. I'm not gonna sit here and go into the. Yeah, I'll say mistletoe's canon. Yeah, go ahead.
Can you produce a bit of mistletoe? I have an idea.
Sorry, I'm like logistically.
Oh,
looking
she's
up
researching
about how much of it you need.
Kaylin's entire body just
poison,
starts like
poison
producing.
sumac is native to North America.
Oh, poison sumac.
Poison what?
That'd be cool. That'd be best, actually. It's like a powdery substance.
Poison sumac, yeah.
Delicious shrubs and trees found in the.
What is sumac made out of?
It's tree. It's
What's-
tree leaves.
Just like-
It's tree.
It's leaf. Yeah.
Okay.
The oils remain active even after the plant dies.
Hey, everyone at home. Enjoy us while we Google a whole bunch of shit about poisonous
Yeah.
plants. Hey, no, that commitment to realism is part of the brand.
What is
Hey.
the brand?
If
This
we do
plant
it,
is
we
also
do it
known
right.
as thunderwood.
Nice.
Oh, damn.
Isn't that
Thunder down
hot?
Underwood.
Oh, less hot.
Oh my goodness. No, I'm so excited to torture this fucker. I am so hype.
I am dreading this. Christian, if you could just let me know when Ace walks in, vomits
Can we-
everywhere, and then goes, I already have it all. Let's go.
Can we? I actually think it would be kind of cute, if we poison Ivied, but like intensively. Like if I just gave this.
Literally all you I have I can do anything. You just need to give me something.
Yeah, I'll give you. I can produce the oil from sumac, ivy, oak. You know.
Yeah.
And it
Okay,
creates an itchy, blistering rash and yada yada
Okay.
yada. It's not like permanent, but I'm sure if ingested, it's probably not the greatest thing. And also, if you spread it all over someone's face and bum crack, that would be pretty awful.
I'll take out
It's
some
better
instruments.
actually if I handle it versus you, though.
That's fine. You
Okay.
do not need to. Yeah, I don't need to touch it. I am going to take out my instruments like a mortar and a pestle, and I will take the sumac, and I'll hand it to you and I'll say, grind this, please, make it as fine as possible, and I will take out, looking directly into his eye, take my fingernail, and I will scratch a line from my palm to my tip of my middle finger, and I'll pour my blood into the mortar, and I want to lay this poison sumac blood on the underside of my nail and inject it into his arm.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Like there's yeah,
And-
it's just yeah, whatever.
And
whatever
I
you
will
want.
say, this will give him enough time to live, to tell us all the information that he needs to. And you can beat the living shit out of him as well. But this will be extremely uncomfortable and very painful for you. But this is peace. This is the payment for your sins.
The guy like just looks woozy, and he like. I don't know what you want.
Kaylin, can you get the answers
Actually-
out of him, please?
You know what? I'm gonna be a fun person. I need a con roll, and from Kaylin, and I need a knowledge roll from Deacon.
Oh, I would like to. Can I kick out with something?
You can absolutely use torture for this. Is that 5 the one you just rolled?
Wait, 97.
Yeah.
So 75 or 97, either of those lucky for you?
I'm going to roll the D10.
Okay. 45?
Knowledge. Fuck. Yeah, that's a 45. That's a moth of 8.
All right. Unfortunately, you do not get the super special thing.
Fuck.
Hey.
Kitty baby. Look at that thing behind Cat.
The little baby. She's getting big.
Nah, she's so tiny.
Little. So tiny.
Uh,
Tiny baby.
Anyway, I don't know what you want. I don't have what.
Tell us where they went. Now.
I've got this, Deacon. Look at me.
Take it away.
He like.
I'm just gonna kind of like his little chin up to me. Look at me.
His
You
eyes
see?
like focus. Yeah.
You see who I am, what I'm made of, correct?
Yeah.
Could you correctly assume why I would be doing what I'm doing right now?
I think so. It's like
You see, I have a backpack of about 24 hands of my people. And I don't know about you, but if you found a bunch of hands of your own family members, you wouldn't be too happy. Now, would you?
No, I wouldn't.
Exactly. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to spare you from being crushed like a little bug, like your friend outside. And the way that we're going to do that is you're going to tell me exactly when that ship left. Exactly.
And preferably quickly, as your time is dwindling. Did she stutter?
Sorry, I'm also trying to roll and make sure I calculate how quickly he's dying from.
Cute.
I will,
About,
Deacon, let him answer.
It left about...
I am. I didn't know he was speaking.
Oh, shit. Now Christian's fucking up the math. 1 second.
Quick
Yeah.
maths.
It left about 12... 6 hours ago. It left about 6 hours ago.
And how long is their journey?
I think with the modifications we made, they could be there in another 12. The ship has been modified to be very fast, and once it hits the currents, it should accelerate beyond the pace of a regular ship.
I will, while he's speaking, I'm just going to hold on to his arm and try to while this is happening, gauge how fast this is killing him and try to keep track of it so he doesn't die too fast.
Very quickly. He is literally an endurance roll away from death.
Okay.
Okay,
My last question is gonna be, who cut off their
I can try to
hands?
keep this guy alive.
I've got basically what I need. Who ordered to cut off their hands, and for what purpose?
It was to keep them docile, to stop them from fighting back. They were warriors.
Who's the boss?
And he just vomits blood and slumps
Yay!
over.
We did it right, Kaylin. This is great. You did amazing. Oh my god, if I didn't know better, you would have been to Strunen many years ago. Maybe in a past life.
I'm just gonna, given that they're all dead now, can I just kind of throw each of them into the water just to kind of hide some remnants of what's happening?
Yeah, I mean, they
I just kind of want to
like,
shove them.
They just float a little bit. Yeah, they just like float out the dry dock.
It's a shame. I would have loved to eat one of them, but
We're gonna
information was more valuable.
cut over to Aes. We're gonna cut over to Aes now, who's been chilling in there. Aes, what were you doing during all of this? Were you watching this chaos?
No. This may be enough to really override Kaylin's pacifism, but Ace is feeling a little sick. So she's actually trying to figure out how to get into the boat, knowing that only knowing that because they don't talk about the modifications to the boat
No.
in the papers. So, only knowing that the boat is less than a day's journey, or about a day's journey with a normal boat, she's trying to figure out how she could get to her boat, which is the fastest on the sea. And I think she's going to try to call for Force, who is the only one that she knows that could maybe get her to her boat soon.
Borse, like, you what does calling for Borse look like, real fast?
Zooey.
Grant, don't do that to your voice. You can't take it.
I know.
You can't take it. You can't take it. It's spinning around a couple of times and then going force, because she still kind of thinks that maybe turning around is what the trigger is to travel, even though that didn't work with Sweetie. She'll test a couple things.
As you do that in one of your spinning, he's just standing on top of the desk.
But do I see him?
Yeah, like as you like in your spinning, he's just like the second you start spinning, he's just there like.
Did you know that they're gone already?
He with his like little self, he like pokes himself over the window.
We need to follow them. We need to get to my boat. Can you take us to the boat? My boat? It's very fast, and we'll be able to do the right thing.
His little horsey eyes just narrow.
It has nothing to do with my business.
And so he clip clops like over to the desk, kicks the desk, knocking it over. Really quick, I need Deacon and Kaylin to make a perception check for me, or actually a discipline check. Sorry.
Are we here yet?
You're down in your area, having just thrown the bodies in.
What discipline check?
I got a 10.
You got 10. Deacon, you got
that's a moss of 1.
A moss of 1. Wow.
Yeah. Wait, sorry. Moss of 2.
Moss of 2. So you both managed to not turn around at the loud clatter coming from Aeus. And as soon as you do, or as soon as you hear that noise, all of a sudden, from like a centimeter up above the water, Aeus's boat just like into the dry dock.
He brought the whole boat? He brought the boat here? Do I know what he's done?
I mean,
You could
as
probably see
you
it.
turn around, yeah, you see the boat, and he just
I
your
poop him
whole
and I run off.
your whole fucking crew is like, boss, what the fuck?
I boop the horse and I run onto the boat.
Hey, sorry about the cut there. We actually recorded for about 5.5 hours with that makeup session, so we'll be back with it for the next episode. But I'm going to leave you here by dropping a boat in a dry dock and scaring the hell out of Aeus's crew. Thank you all for watching, and to my players, thank you for playing. See you again next time.